Good morning, all. I welcome you all for the fourth year hands-on training program. Today we have our speaker, Mr. Prabir Mishra. I will give a brief introduction about Prabir Mishra, sir. He is a technopreneur. He is a co-founder of TRSTO Not One, and which is the emerging technology garage company. He is also founder of Satra Capital. He is investment banker, startup coach, mentor, angel investor, strategic planner, and value adder, etc. He also have expertise in technology, social enterprise, food and agriculture, life science, education, renewable energy, EPC and software service startup value creator, etc. And he is having a more than 2 decades of expertise across industry segment. He is an alumni of IIMA alumni. Now we will have a talk on technological innovation in agriculture. Sir, welcome you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for that swift introduction, and thank you for having me here. And it's my privilege to present a kind of a use case on the technological innovation and the real-time use cases, how we are doing it. So thank you. Hope my screen is visible, right?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay. So, yes. So my name is Prabir Mishra. Yes, I'm one of you. Started my career a bit earlier, having more than 2 decades of exposure. Right now, this is my second attempt and the second, the startup, what we have created in last four years. Right now, have a sizable presence in 6-7 different countries, working on a very beautiful solution on the agriculture and sustainability. So yes, we started connecting the three things: people, planet, and prosperity. So without people, without planet, you can't have prosperity. So that's the theme line, how we progress. So the flow of the presentation, I'm not going to teach anything out here. I'm going to run you through a couple of the slides more on the talk. And because the topic was given as a how agriculture technology is innovative technology is transforming the agriculture, that we are going to discuss in a bit of a detail. And that's how technology innovation in agriculture with trust to one is the subject matter what I prefer to choose. Now, when you talk about the agriculture, farm and farmer, okay, it's a foundation of our society that fuel our food, that provides us food, fuel, and fiber. And obviously, this is the pressing time need for technology integration. Technology integration is required because the global population is growing, demand for food is growing, and we need to increase our productivity. Also, there's a big concern on the global, on the sustainability side or the environmental impact side, and we are suffering for that. Last 3 days, I'll tell you my journey. I started from Cochin to Bombay to right now in Delhi. Cochin was raining heavily, crazily. It's a kind of a continuous rain. When I come to Bombay, weather was a bit better. In Delhi, today the temperature is expected to touching around 45, 46. This is a kind of a transition or in 2000 kilometer or maybe around 2500 kilometer spread, you find three different kind of a temperature and which are the extreme to their thing. So obviously the environmental impact is creating a bigger role in our life. We know the extremity of everything. So how we are going to control on that through some sort of a sustainable agriculture? That's the technological intervention we're going to discuss. And obviously, technological innovation is the key, or technological innovation are the driver to curtail all this global problem of be it a population, feeding a larger population, quality nutrition, or anything. So if you look at the aspect, what are those things? There are precision agriculture. Yes, we know all about this terminology, right? Precision agriculture using robotic and IoT, drones, and biotechnology, gene editing to improve the productivity, to improve the quality of the product, and use of artificial intelligence and use of blockchain to address a couple of the pain points. Now, obviously, we know all these things are there. Now, in some cases, we have started using in a big time. IoT and drones are getting used. Gene editing is becoming the norm of the day. We have got multiple things are coming on the think it of starting with India progressed with starting with cotton, BT cotton, and we have seen the result. We have seen the quality of the cotton has improved, and we have seen the farmer life has also improved. Now, beyond that, there is a bit of a artificial intelligence and machine learning, which are being right now being used. Farmers in Nasik, farmers in Maharashtra, using those products, AI and ML to predict how much the production is going to be. Use of blockchain, yes, last 3 to 4 years, there are a lot of blockchain use cases are emerging. We are using blockchain in most of the food traceability in a big time. It is helping the way because the moment you eat a food, you have all the rights to know where the source is. Now, once you establish a source and once you establish what is the package of product, package of practices to produce those things, technology becomes become a bigger role play out here. So here comes that, okay, how to get into that? We can say that, okay, let's create some sort of an idea farming to create a real world use cases. So when it comes to a real world use cases, we know the technology has got, but again, how it can be made into a massive or a larger scale adaptability. That's how the innovation starts. If it only the case where the technology can be adapted with a larger space or it can be scalable, then only that will create a bigger impact. And these are the real world use cases, what we need to know. So, as I say, connecting the dots between the planet, profit, and prosperity. So, of course, there is another P is missing. It's called people, planet, profit, and prosperity. Unless until we connect all these four elements, things are not going to work properly. So that's the innovation, what we do. So yes, Trust O1, as the name stands for trust, transparency, and traceability. That's how we define trust. O1, O1 stands for the binary code or the computer language. Everybody, we know that. So that's how the innovation started way back in 2019. And right now in the year of 2024, we have a sizable present in global landscape, impacting a huge life of the farmer. So we have got three solutions right now, what we call as a sustainable supply chain solution. There is something called as a ESG reporting solution, and also DMRB, what is called a digital measurement reporting verification solution. What all these things does, the underlying theme is that it measures the sustainability of what you are doing. That means, simple to give you, ESG reporting a solution provides you the how much carbon footprint a organization is creating. Sustainable supply chain looks after the complete sustainability aspect of the supply chain, considering two aspects. One aspect is that where the product is coming from and how the legality is getting met. Okay, so Is the product is sourced from a legal sources? Is the product is sourced with an ethical way? Is there any kind of a child labor use? Is there any kind of a farmers are being compensated properly? Less use of fertilizer and chemical, and thus there are endless things. So that is the aspect of where we provide all the traceability aspect of supply chain. Now, here is the interesting factor. What has come? Global compliances has come in a big time on the sustainability side. There is something called as a European Union deforestation regulation, which is getting what do you say that implemented from January 2025, just 6 months away. It talks about 7 commodities which are again drawn from forest, rather degrading the forest, deforesting the forest, and we source those. Those are called rubber, cocoa, coffee, 7 products, soybean, and palm oil, timber, and livestock. Now, European Union has come up with this thing, with a regulation saying that if you are
Sir, your
exporting,
slides are not changing, sir.
it's not changing.
No, it's in first slide only.
Okay,
Now it's
let
eighth slide.
me reset that. Right now it's visible, farmer.
No, sir, it's off of the slides. Please make a full screen, sir. Full screen.
That's what I'm asking. Now it's fine.
No, sir. Yes. Now it's fine, sir. But still, you're in first slide now.
Post slide.
Means real idea forming.
Idea
Now it's
forming.
moving. Now it's moving, sir.
Now it's fine.
Yes.
Now this is a kind of a boost environmental sustainability compliance.
Yes.
Okay. So when we talk about that compliance norm or the country law or a European Union has come up with some sort of a regulation, something called as EUDR, European Union Deforestation Regulation. That regulation simply says that 2 things you have to do. If you are exporting any commodities like this, 7 commodities I talked about, rubber, cocoa, coffee, soybean, and palm oil, timber, and your livestock to Europe, you need to provide a complete traceability plus a complete legality. That's the requirement. And this is compiled by a certain country regulation. What if you don't comply with this norm? Then we are going to be barred from export, or you will be penalized with a heavy penalty. So here is a regulation or a compliance which is driving the sustainability or which is driving the complete agriculture in a different way and forcing you to produce the agriculture produce in a sustainable way. That's the first regulation which has come into the world, and it is getting implemented from January 2025. So yes, what is it helping? It is helping because the compliance driven, the actor in the supply chain, farmer, processor, manufacturer, everybody to align with this norm so that the environment impact can be reduced. That's the objective. Now, here is again an opportunity. When you look at that, let's talk about 2 commodities, coffee and rubber. And the global rubber production is around 85% of the global rubber production is happening in Southeast Asia, India, and a part of Africa. Now, this natural rubber are being used for mostly around 90%, around 80% goes to tire manufacturing. Okay. Now, when you look into this total ecosystem, the tire manufacturing, the tire segment is going to get impacted unless until they met with this kind of a stricter regulation. So that's the problem statement, and that's the opportunity for us. That's the opportunity for a startup. That's the opportunity for a company like Trust One to think it up. Yes, can I make a solution out here? Yes, that's the make a solution out here. So how it is impacting? It is impacting in a big time. The moment you provide a differentiated rubber, which is kind of a sustainable rubber from this country, which has been produced without damaging the environment, and you can prove that. That's the technology part of that. If you can prove that. So my slide is visible, right? It's a trust one chain is written out here.
Yes, sir. Now it's in a rubber forming in that one slide.
Indonesia. Okay. If it is
Yes.
not moving, just please me out. So
Okay. sir.
this solution is providing a additional cent for per kilogram to the rubber farm. Okay, you align with the global compliances, you align with the global sustainability requirement, and you create certain business model, or you procure the product from a sustainable way, then you are going to get certain additional cent or a dollar per kilogram. That additional thing is going to increase your farmer income. So this is just a beginning in the Indonesia. But again, it's going beyond Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, India. India is the fifth largest producer of rubber in this whole world. India has got 850,000 hectares of rubber plantation with a tappable, or we collect the rubber milk. Then rubber milk is something which is rubber, right? Natural rubber from rubber plant. We have got more than 550,000 hectares of rubber plantation. It's mostly concentrated in Kerala and again, Kottayam kind of a district, plus in Northeast. Now, provided this solution is here, in fact, we are working with Rubber Board, we are working with most of the tire company. When we are providing this solution, each of the rubber farmer has turned out to earn certain extra rupee per kilogram of rubber, because that's the compliance rubber what we are providing. That's the technological innovation what we talked about. And that's a simple supply chain solution is providing an opportunity. Technology is just providing an opportunity to farmer to add a additional solution. Same thing is happening with coffee. Think it of India. India produces around 55% of the coffee is 55% of the coffee of India coffee is getting exported to Europe. Europe is the largest consumption. But again, coffee is also required that you should not degrade the forest and you procure the coffee. Can you prove that? Yes, in the business of proving the provenance and in the business of proving that ethical, you get an additional dollar income for the country, additional rupee income for the farmer. So it enhances the supply chain transparency, promoting the sustainable practices for a healthier planet. So you work with planet, you provide the solution for the planet, and also you benefit, you prosper, your profitability goes up. That's how the things. So here is the supply chain transparency is a technological intervention, or what we provide to our customer, saying that this is how it is going to work. And this coffee grower, or these are the rubber producer or the aggregator or the tire company, they get additional dollar. When they get you additional dollar, they pass it on the value chain. So what is happening in a nutshell? You are doing a business. Also, you are creating certain produce and you are creating profit, but again, you are also taking care of the planet. That's the connecting dots between the farmer or the people and the planet and the prosperity. That's how the value chain moves. Now, same thing is happening in Vietnam. Same thing is happening in India. India, we also started working with Coffee Board to provide you the complete transparency and traceability of how the coffee is grown, where the coffee is grown, how it is getting processed, what is that sustainability index of this coffee. So here, see, simple technological innovation is connecting with the millions of farmers. So far, if you go to our website, you can find out we have impacted more than 150,000 farmer, 150,000 farmer. So it's a kind of a bigger impact. We have impacted in across Southeast Asia. We have impacted around 120,000 farmer improvement in the level of income in India. So that's how the things get connected. Simple way is that all of our farmers are growing eggs in their backyards, growing chickens. These are the kind of a free range chicken or the kind of a, we just keep it in the backyard. And those eggs are, if it is getting traceable, those eggs are getting also value. We have got a solution for the company called Ovo Eggs in Odisha, where each of the egg get traceable. They are export eggs, they are domestically produced eggs, is getting traceable. And it serves couple of the impacts. See, when you provide a traceable egg, at least the consumer who is buying the egg, they know that what is the freshness index of that egg. Coming to the farmer also realizes a better price because the eggs are bit traceable. And you know the complete value chain is properly mapped. Any kind of issues on the supply chain also can be found out efficiently. So that's how the one simple traceability solution using blockchain is providing a kind of a solution for the farmer to realize a better price for his produce, and also for the consumer providing the complete transparency of how the product is produced. Same thing is that what happens, we have seen that in Telangana. Telangana, there's a lentil, or the dal is called, what we commonly call as a tandoor dal. We have provided the complete technology for the GI tagging, intervention for the GI tagging. The moment they got that GI tagging, the produce which were sold, or which were getting sold at a lower price, and started moving to the higher price bracket. That's the additional income. But again, what you are providing? You are providing a complete traceability solution. Yes, this particular dal or the lentil, it has come from this particular area. Name is called Tandoor district or near to Hyderabad. But again, why somebody should buy that? Because this area, the dals or the lentils are having more than 22 to 24% protein content, which is largest in the, which is the highest in the whole world. So that's how they got the GI tagging. But again, technology has enabled them for the faster translation of this GI tagging. And this is again a blockchain traceability, which is helped. So these are very simple cost, simple solutions. But again, it provides an impact. So any kind of a real world impact, what we keep on saying that it's a real world business value or the real world impact. If your technological innovation, if your technology innovation is helping to create certain real world measurable impact, then you are there. That's how the thing should work. Now everyone is talking about carbon credit. Is there a way to get the additional value realization through our sustainable practices? Yes, there is a way. We are working with a bunch of farmers in Telangana. What happens? You know, the paddy produces highest quantity of methane gas, and that is called something called as a greenhouse gases. That is ultimately turning into a carbon dioxide with a 21x or multiplied by 21 times. But again, why methane gas emits? Methane gas emits because we provide a lot of water to the to production, and also use a lot of fertilizer. Now, if there is a way to reduce both of the things, yes, there are the techniques called AWD, alternate wetting and drying methodology. If we can produce those kind of a rice, or the better quality of rice using less water, less fertilizer, then the thing is that we are there, right? the moment you use less fertilizer, less water, the emission is less. Now, if that emission can be measurable, yes, that is measurable, then that creates a carbon credit. So in a nutshell, in a summary, let me tell you, each hectare of land in India has the ability to produce around 2.67 carbon credit as additional value creation for the farmer. And people are doing it. And in fact, we have mapped around more than 120,000 farmers, what I was talking about, in India to give them an additional value realization through carbon credits. The platform is there, platform is working, and it's already implemented in state of Telangana. Now, same thing. If you can conserve nature, if you can conserve nature, you also get certain values. So forest conservation or the mangroves conservation is also, or the reforestation also helps to eliminate the climate impact. Also, it helps to generate some sort of a carbon credit or the values for for the community. That's how the things are working, use of technology. Now, because we are in the topic of carbon credit, let me give you kind of a glimpses. What is that carbon credit? It's a kind of a tool or a kind of a terminology was derived to create a awareness on the global greenhouse gases emission, reducing the greenhouse gases by setting up a cap on emission by incentivizing the lower emissions. So if you lower your emission, you will be eligible for certain carbon credit. That's the objective. And is that a possibility? Yes, there is a possibility. Who are the buyer? There are the buyers in the compliance market and the voluntary market, and you can create a direct impact to the reducing the carbon footprint in this whole world. And for that, what you need to do, you have to work on certain innovative green technologies. Let's say something is that I'll just come into that, what you create through a sustainable process, be it putting a biogas in your backyard and you use your cow dung to create those biogas and also filter that biogas and cook it, use it as a cooking purposes, but also you take the help of technology to create certain values for you. And these are the platforms what we are working on. Now, coming back to the paddy farmer, what we do, we work with communities, we work with APOs, we go to village, and we gather the people out there and encourage them to do a better way of cultivation, better way of paddy production, which will be using less water, less fertilizer, productivity is going to increase, and you use the drum seeding methodology. There are different kind of a methodology, and these things are going to create a value for you through carbon credit. And this technology is already been implemented. Now, if you can see the dashboard, what I'm trying to show you right now, we have got more than, this is one of the dashboard where we have got 20,297 farmers registered with a 62,483.18 acres of cultivation. And every farmer is defined how they are working, what is the demographic, what is the best practices they're using, and each of their land has got a potential to earn some carbon credit. Of course, as a technology partner, we also take some share of that, and major chunk of the money generally goes to the farmer. So on an average per year, generally farmer, if he has got a 1 acre of land, he has got a potential to earn around 2,500 to 3,500 by way of carbon credit. Apart from that, with a better methodology, your productivity is going to increase by 10%. So that's the value transformation happen. So that's how we are working with farmer, creating values, using technology, and creating a transformation. So this is one of the another project is something called a Miyawaki, where you create in urban infrastructure, you create a dense forest, and that is also helping to reduce the carbon dioxide gas from the atmosphere, and you are also eligible to. So Miyawaki forest in the urban scenario or the agroforestry in the rural scenario are the same thing, and you can you have a potential to earn the monetary value through carbon credit. Similarly, on the mangroves also, you conserve the mangroves, you help to improve on the you have to help on the improve the mangroves, and obviously that is going to get into some sort of a carbon credit. So I think this is the last slide, and I am here to answer you any of the questions or any of the specific things what you want to know, and it's up to the people.
You can ask your questions by raising your hand. Please stop the screen, sir. I can unmute them.
Sure.
Akash Gupta. You can unmute. I'm giving the. One person is asking, is it possible to earn carbon credit by food processing industry by shifting to solar? Sir, can you?
Okay, so somehow it was muted. Okay, no, there is no way that you can earn a food processing unit changing over to the solar. See, what is that? And it's a kind of a minuscule. Now, let me tell you something on the carbon credit side. If it is a measurable item, if you can measure that, okay, this is the way you can define how much is that sequestration, that means carbon dioxide absorption, or how much is that avoidance, or your method is avoiding how much of the carbon dioxide emission to the world, to the atmosphere, then only it can get into. But again, carbon credit. But again, let me tell you, these are the process and methodology which are defined by UNFCCC and tailored by Vera and the gold standard kind of a agencies or the climate guardians to define how much you can earn and what is that. So let's say, again, giving a small example, the AWD methodology in China can earn up to 4 carbon credit per hectare, but in India and Telangana, we are getting around 2.67 carbon credit per hectare. So that's a kind of a differentiator. How transparently you can establish those things, that is most crucial. I hope. Yes, I got a question. Coffee growers in Karnataka grow said coffee but do not get advantage of the same in the market. Any tool on the sustainable production? Yes, yes and no. I know that coffee grower in Karnataka. Recently, I visited the Chikmagalur area. They grow in shade, and they also say that we are not damaging the forest. But again, sustainable production is there. We have to prove that. And what is that? World order is asking that, okay, your coffee should be obtained from a sustainable source. Yes, you can use our solution. They have started using our solution to prove that the provenance of the coffee, how sustainably it is being produced. Obviously, that is going to earn something additional revenue for the growers. Yes, this is not far. I think next 8 to 9 months time, those coffee are under sustainable production processes. They are going to they are going to they are going to they are going to get benefited in a bigger way.
Hello, sir. My name is Tanisha and I'm a farmer from Maharashtra.
Mhm.
So, while producing sustainably, is it necessary to have a certification? As
Yes.
I am trying to grow dragon fruit by natural ways without using any chemical pesticides or any weedicides and all. So, while discussing with others, I was informed that it is necessary to have certifications regarding the organic production or natural productions. So, this process takes along 3 years.
Yeah, there is a see. The thing is that value realization will happen only in the case when you prove that you are producing something on the sustainable way. That's the requirement of certification. Certification is not that ultimately you say that this product is sustainably produced, but again, how it is produced. There should be some technological intervention to capture those data sets. Then only the things are going to work. Yes, you are right that certification will improve your realization, but again, for the certification, the process has to be completely mapped and the data has to be captured in a proper way.
All right. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. What is the difference between carbon credit and India Green Credit under Mission Life? I think I have to skip this question. I'll restrict myself because in India, green carbon credit is still emerging. I think it's still emerging. It's very premature to say answer this question. But again, what we are talking of the carbon credit, these are the UNFCCC or the global carbon credit, which got a better market realization value in upward of $20. Any further questions?
Any more questions? Any more questions? One person is asking about carbon tax, sir.
That's the most difficult question and difficult answer for me. So can you tell about something on the carbon tax? Yes. See, European Union is aggressively going on the carbon tax. So they want to impose certain carbon tax based on your, what is that carbon footprint is getting created in production. There is something called a CBAM, Carbon Border Adjustment Tax. So that says that, again, it's again derived from Europe. If you are exporting any of the five or seven categories of product, they say that steel, the segment is the metal is the steel, aluminum, and other produce are there. There is something called as energy, and I think these are the two what I got a clarity. If you are exporting it to Europe, let's say I'm exporting around 1,000 metric tons of steel to Europe, then I need to declare what is my carbon footprint. And based on your carbon footprint per ton or per kg of that material, they are going to decide how much tax you should pay. So that's a kind of a crucial thing, because the moment you want to know what is the carbon footprint of a particular product, you need to define the complete process.
Good morning, all. I welcome you all for the fourth year hands-on training program.
Sorry. So that is the crucial aspect out here. So when you talk about the carbon tax, it's kind of a tearing apart and getting into the complete calculation of how much is the carbon footprint is each of the product or the produce is creating. And they are going to define a baseline, and difference between that is going to be imposed as a tax. That's the kind of a creating a barrier for and creating a competition for third world country, sorry, not a third world country, but the developing country to enter into the developed market. So there's a lot of tussles and a lot of things are going on in the government level. India is strictly saying no to CBAM. EUDR is getting implemented in a big time, and we're sure that if you Google it on EUDR, you'll find a lot of news on that, how the Indian coffees might get impacted. India rubber, we are talking to India rubber, India coffee to address the solution, to address the challenges, and we're providing certain solution. So yeah, sooner or later, we'll have all this clarity. But again, one thing, let's keep in our mind, or let's get aligned for that. Future is all about the sustainability. Future is all about producing the product with less carbon footprint. And future is all about the measurement of your carbon footprint of your commodities, production, produce, anything.
Miss Shreya Karyappa is asking about, could you recommend any tool to measure carbon footprint that can be used by farmers to analyze their farm?
At a farm level, carbon footprint measurement is not required. But again, if you are looking for some solution like how much of the carbon credit you are creating, and if you are doing some sort of a practices like paddy or AWD, paddy through AWD, or you are creating certain process of Miyawaki forest or agroforestry, or if you are doing certain activities on the methane reduction or methane emission, evidence of methane emission, or on the main groups, you can connect with us. We can provide you some sort of a solution or a tool and help you to get registered with BERA or the gold standard to get you some sort of a carbon credit projects. In fact, in India, this is becoming a hotcake right now. Any kind of a sustainable practices they want to map and get that value realized. But it has to be done in a kind of a massive way, simple way. Let me give you a number. If you are looking for a paddy, minimum 10,000 hectares are required in a particular village or a gram panchayat or anywhere. 10,000 acres are required to create a use case or to create a value, because the consultation cost and registration cost are huge. So there is economy of scale out here. Thank you.
Yes. If there are no questions, we'll end the session.
Okay. Thank you very much.
For the presentation, sir. Even though you are busy or attended today's session, I know you are traveling and all. Thank you for the presentation, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
The next session will start at 10. Mr. Ravi Vibhuti, can you unmute yourself?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So shall I start?
Yes, yes, sir. We have one startup, Mount Sprite Private Limited. There is from a managed startup is going to share his experience. You can ask your questions to him. Welcome to the session, sir. Thank you for accepting our invitation to be the resource person of today's session.
Thank you so much. Okay. So a very good morning to all of you. My name is Ravi Vibhuti and I'm the co-founder of Mount Strive Agritech Private Limited. And I'll tell a little bit about myself, my background, and then I'll start with the presentation. And meanwhile, if you have any question, don't hesitate to question. Just raise your hand or just unmute yourself and you can ask the question. So I am from Dehradun and I have done masters in computer application and masters in social anthropology. And I have also done a fellowship from IIT Roorkee under the Entrepreneurship in Residence program. And I've started this company in 2019 in Dehradun, where I was doing my master's at that time. And along with my co-founder, who was also in my college. And so we shared that idea of slow living and sustainable production, because as mankind is becoming larger and larger family, that is putting pressure not just on the farmers, but also farming in its own, because we are creating concrete jungles and our population is also increasing. And that is resulting in decrease of agriculture land. And so on this, we found out, since we were from the technology background, we were very interested in combining tech and agriculture as a startup idea, which can also be sustainable and have some impact, especially in the rural area of our country. So we belong from the Himalayan region, and here we are targeting few problems that are very much in action here. So the problem that we are basically targeting is migration. And migration is a problem where people from villages and tier 3 and below places, they travel to tier 1 cities in search of better livelihood and job opportunities. And that is turning their villages into ghost villages. So ghost villages are like where you have houses and you have locks on them and very few people are living there. Or the workforce, the age of people where they work the most are not there. So we'll only find elderly people or say newborns in that area. So that affects the economy in a very large scale in the villages. And the other problem is my water conservation. So water for agriculture is a very limited resource in the hills, especially where people have land holdings in terrace farming. And so we propose this startup idea where we are conserving 98% of water and we recirculate the water. And the third problem is the chemicals and pesticides in our food and transparency. So we don't know where our food is coming from. We don't know how much has it traveled, when was it harvested. There is incomplete knowledge about our food that we are consuming every day. And post-COVID, that is a problem that people are looking into. And so we propose this idea of IoT-enabled cold water aquaponics company. So aquaponics is basically when we cultivate fishes and leafy greens together. So what's happening is that the fishes are excreting waste, basically in the form of ammonia, and that ammonia then get converted into 16 viable nutrients that a plant needs to survive. And in between, we have various filtration systems. We have biofilters, we have soil filters, we have sediment filters to just separate the solid waste and go to the next filter to generate the nutrient required to grow our produce. Now, then that water is pumped into the hydroponic system, and our entire produce is on a floating raft in a deep water culture, and the roots of the plant, they absorb the nutrient, and in that process they purify the water, and then we conserve that water. We put that water back to the fishes. So that is like a cycle. And our innovative aspect in this is that we are using IoT-enabled system which can like host any fish species. So we are not just bound to one species in any demography that we want to deploy our technology. We will just have to choose the fish species from the drop-down menu, and the system is up and good to host that fish. Now we are working on a very particular kind of fish in India that is called Himalayan rainbow trout fish. And this trout fish is very high in demand and low in supply because it can only be done above 1400 meters of elevation, and few states in India can do it. So we are lucky to be in that demography of to just grow this fish. Now we have a system where we are exactly controlling the environment and everything for our fishes. And we are also in collaboration with IIT Roorkee, IIM Kashipur. Joy Core is our accelerator, which is they help us in market and market research. And we are currently applying for a patent from IIT Roorkee. That is, we are currently in the drafting phase, and we'll hope get it by the end of next year. We are targeting two customer segments, that is B2B and B2C. So in B2B, we give our produce to basically any business or cafe, and in B2C, we have a customer base, subscription based model. So this is the team. This is me, Ravi Vibhuti, and Priya Rawat is our co-founder. Kartike Kaparwan is our CTO, and Dr. Sudhanshu Joshi is our supply chain mentor. And we have customers in Dehradun, Rishikesh, and Mussoorie. We were also awarded the National Best Agri National Award in 2024 category by Manage. We recognized by Startup India and Startup Uttarakhand. We are soon launching our aquaponic cafe, and that will be in Rishikesh. So if you have any other question, please, you're free to ask. Am I audible? Hello.
Ravi, Mr. Ravi, can you hear us?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I think we have lost you in it.
Hello. Yes. So we have a question from Abhinav Dhale. He's asking that, is it possible to produce organic through hydroponic? See, currently neither hydroponic or aquaponic or any other practice which is not involving soil grown produce is not considered organic. So it is a very long debate in our country whether hydroponic or aquaponic will be considered an organic practice or not. But in USDA or European standards, hydroponic and aquaponic are considered organic produce. So if you are targeting any global market, then yes, you can term it as an organic produce. But in India, that the policies are still yet to be refreshed.
Mr. Ravi, can you share about how you have developed your idea and then you conceptualize, then how you take the benefit of incubation and how you approach the market and all? Can you share brief about that one?
Right. So as I told you, I was in masters. I was doing my masters, and that time we started thinking about agriculture and technology combined as an idea. And we did our specialization in IoT. So IoT is basically Internet of Things, where you can control your devices and make them smart through a network. And agriculture was something that always fascinated me and my co-founder. So we just stumbled upon this idea of aquaponics in my social anthropology study, where we were studying about agriculture practices before agriculture revolution. And so aquaponics is a very old form of growing produce. And aquaponics was first adopted by Aztec people in the Native America. So then after agriculture revolution, this practice got forbidden and people started growing on land. But this was a very effective way of growing produce, especially in a way which is a symbiotic relationship between fishes and plants, and it doesn't need any other resource or any other chemicals or pesticides. So then this idea came to us that why don't we just take the best of both worlds and combine this agriculture practice, old agriculture practice, and new age technology, along with the pain points that our demography have, especially where we live. And in the rural hills of Uttarakhand, along with the pain points, we also have some advantages like our water quality and our temperature, which is very optimum for our exotic produce that we want to do. Now, the pain points that we also encountered was terrace farming. So land holding in rural India is not a very big patch of land, especially when we are looking for a land for in agriculture. We look for flat lands and large land holdings. But in rural hills, people don't have flat lands. They have terrace farming lands, and those lands are very small, and they are like a cluster of small lands into one patch. And so we did a lot of research, and then we came up to a point that we can use that as our advantage, and we can use the gravitation to just sort of help us out throughout the process, and that will also help us to conserve energy a lot. So we were just encountering problems, and we were trying to find some solutions that match those problems, and along with have some monetary benefits into it if possible. So that's how we came up to this idea, and we started working on it. And in 2022, I applied 21 end. I applied for RKVY Raftar grant from Manage, and we were shortlisted for that process. And then we did a 2-month training in Manage, and that process was very smooth, very fluent, and we get to learn a lot of things. We get to learn how to create a pitch deck. We learn how to basically reiterate our pitch deck and construct it in a way that is needed. And they have amazing pool of visiting faculties who teach us different aspects of business that were very much in the ground field. So knowledge like someone will tell you through experience, and so we got that training from there. Now after 2 months of training, they then invite us to pitch for the final round, and we won that RKI Raftar grant of 25 lakh rupees, and currently we are using that grant to scale up our production and our farming capacity in the rural hills. And currently, we are also in the process of raising venture capitalist fund from various venture capitalists.
Okay, Ravi, thank you. And one person is asking, what are the vegetables you grow in your hydroponics?
Okay, so in our aquaponics system, we have all sorts of leafy greens. We have lettuces, Swiss chards, then asparagus. We also do asparagus. We have a little bit. So we have a hybrid system where we can do leafy greens and some sorts of vegetables. We also do microgreens. We do edible flowers. We do salad dressings. So these are the products that we offer to our customers, and along with the fishes that we do. So there's a big list of leafy greens that we can do.
Okay, one person is asking, is it possible to cultivate mint leaves and coriander leaves in aquaponics?
Yes, yes, yes.
Mint,
Any leafy green is possible to
coriander, yeah, this, okay, fine. Anybody has any more questions? You can raise your hand. One person is asking the types of fishes which you.
Okay, so basically this is a system which can do any kind of fish. We have done all sorts of Indian carps. We have done grass carp, silver carp. Then we also did some tilapias, and currently we are doing trout. We are also trying our hand in koi fishes from Japan and Vietnam.
Okay. What is your target market, Mr. Ravi?
The target market in B2B would be like all the hotel chains that import or have a niche requirement for their culinaries and for their kitchens. And in B2C, basically it's a market that you can target on Swiggy, Zomato, or any other platform. You can just open a shop there, and then you can cater to your kind of customers there.
Okay, and about the market building process which you followed and the key challenges faced by him.
Okay, so the market building process is basically has to do a lot with collaborations and partnerships in the city where we are. So we have collaborated with all the food bloggers, all the Instagram influencers who are posting about food and food joints, and also partnerships with the supply chain. So supply chain is very important, and because this is a very low shelf life produce. So the problem with low shelf life produce is that you also have to think about uh, like the last day, and always work in the worst case scenario. So having proper supply chain and forward and backward linkage is very important in a low shelf life produce. So what is the difference in yield between aquaponics and sustainable farming? So, I mean, aquaponics is a sustainable farming only, and it if you're talking about what is the difference between aquaponics and traditional farming, then I can tell you about, like, aquaponics has a higher yield. It has a shorter cycle. So suppose lettuce takes 30 to 40 days to basically grow in a full size. In aquaponics system, it would take around 25 to 35 days. So we always have roughly about 10 days of early production.
Okay, Ravi, how you manage your waste management? Because it's highly perishable crops which you are, if you have any waste and all, how you are managing that one?
Yeah. So there are two ways how we manage waste. And so from our farm, basically aquaponics waste is fish waste, that the solid waste comes out of it. And that is a very good fertilizer for farming and medicinal plants. So we give out to the local farmers who are near our farm for free to help them grow medicinal plants. And for the perishable production, we tried that we don't have waste because we grow in a way that our production is almost, whenever we harvest, it's already sold. So aquaponics gives you a freedom of growing your produce whenever and however you want. So we segmentize our production. We germinate every week, and we know which plant or which section of our farm will be sold, and at what day will it be harvested. And if yes, there are chances when we have harvested a lot and we don't have much customers, that time we use our dehydrators and our drying practice to get into more products. So whenever we have any waste in agriculture, we should always like try to make a product out of that waste. And dehydration is a very good process through which we can get into powders and different kinds of taste makers.
Okay, how you managing your diseases?
Sorry, ma'am, please come again.
How you are managing the diseases of this greens, microgreens and all?
Okay. So, since we are doing an indoor cultivation and the entire system is controlled by IoT, and the environment inside our greenhouse is also controlled by IoT. So the air quality and all the air quality and all the parameters that needs to be checked for production of plants are taken care by our IoT system. But we use those sticky pads, and actually in aquaponics system, you can't really use any kind of pesticides or insecticide because that will kill your fishes. So the best kind of precaution is not to touch the system a lot and use proper sanitation and proper cleanliness while getting into the farm.
And what is your packaging strategies for your products, fresh products?
Yes. So the packaging strategies are like we are very much aware about our carbon footprints in sorry. Okay. So we are very much aware about our carbon footprints that we produce through our packaging, and we are using bamboo bowls for our packaging of salads, and we use glasses. So we use glass jars for microgreens and salad dressings. We don't use plastic. We don't use any kind of non-biodegradable material.
Okay, and is it polyhouse is compulsory to do aquaponics for larger production?
Yes, yes, yes. Aquaponics should be done under a poly house only.
Okay, one person is asking, can you share your experience to start from scratch, which you have learned from the mistake in the initial stages of startup?
I think when you encounter a mistake, it's all about pivoting about to the next. So don't think about mistakes that much, and don't get scared while making mistakes, and just go believe in your idea. And if you're really doing an impactful and hard work, mistakes don't really impact that much in a longer run. They will only like teach you for a short term, and that's a lesson. So I don't think like I have mistakes in my startup journey. I just have lessons, and where I was too early in the market, or the marketing time is not right, or maybe the customers are not getting the communication what you're trying to tell them. So you just have to like mm, focus on your storytelling and how you are putting your product in the market. So these are a few mistakes that we did, and we worked on it.
Okay, what is your productivity? Means what? How much can you produce in a month, and can you meet the market demand and all?
We are in the scaling process right now, so we are not in the production stage currently,
Okay,
and we'll be starting it from next year.
okay. Any more questions? You can raise your hand also. And one person is asking, did you register any patent or IPR?
We are in the process of registering our patent.
And it's a repeated question. It's possible to veggies through aquaponics. That is what he has told you. And can you please show the photos of your final products? I think if you have, you can show, sir. If not, not an issue.
We just have the photos that you saw in the pitch deck right now. Or if you want to see a clear picture, you can follow us on Mount Stripe on our Instagram page. There you can see our entire R&D and new products, and you get to know more about the company.
Okay, what is your key takeaways for the aspiring entrepreneurs in this agriculture sector?
My key takeaway would be only do it, go for entrepreneurship if you really believe in it, and if you have an appetite of doing it until it's done. So it's a lifelong thing. It's not a an assignment, or it's not a vocational thing. So yeah, that's my key takeaway.
And how much beneficial is it for horticulture production?
So it depends what kind of crops are you targeting. If it's on the acidic pH, or if it's on the basic pH, you have to just tune your system accordingly. And then I don't think deep water culture would be very beneficial for horticulture production. You have to tune the media for production of horticulture.
Okay, how about your market capital as of now and money incurred into the marketing?
So as I told you, we are in the scaling process right now, and marketing we will be doing from next year onwards when we are ready for proper market penetration.
Okay. How you market your product, Mr. Ravi? Through social media, or you have any advertisements and all?
Yeah, we use all sorts of advertisement and marketing tools. We use Google Ads, we use Instagram, social, and LinkedIn to basically promote our produce. And we also collaborate with local chefs and all the hotels in the nearby area.
Okay. Have you sourced your own funds for this hydroponics, because the fund which you get through Archivator may not be sufficient for the complete full-scale construction of your polyos and all. Have you sourcing your funds on your own, or how you are managing that?
So as I told you, we are raising venture capitalist fund soon, and hopefully that will be sufficient for our next phase.
Okay. Any more questions? If no questions, please, I'll ask last questions, then we'll end. How do you compete with others? Because hydroponics now it's everybody started doing. How you different from others?
So first of all, we're not doing hydroponics. We're doing aquaponics, and there's a difference between aquaponics and hydroponics. So we differentiate our production in such way. And I think India is a very big market, and competition, a healthy competition is always good. I think it's a disadvantageous sometimes when you are the first mover in the market. So there is a very big market for organic produce, and if you are just right on your own path, you don't really have to worry a lot about competition, and especially in the organic market.
Yes, and one person is asking, you have any own delivery system to maintain freshness?
To maintain, yes, actually, we are just delivering through. We have our few riders who deliver our produce, and apart from that, we use Swiggy and Zomato, and those are very competent apps that can deliver your produce in a very short time.
Thank you, Ravi. If you have any questions, participants, you can ask him, because he has shared his number and email address. You can also visit his website. Thank you, Mr. Ravi, for sharing your experience. It's a learning lesson for all the aspiring entrepreneurs, those who wants to start their business. Thank you on behalf of Bionest Agri Innovation Center and this program we are organizing in collaboration with Manage. I would like to thank Manage for sharing your provide you for the sharing experience and all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And thank you for inviting me. And thank you all for listening to me. Have a very good day.
Thank you. We have next session we have one more startup, Udemy Organics. They will share their experience. They'll join in few minutes. The speaker will join in 1 minute. Is Miss Sharmili Mani, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you.
Welcome to the session. We have one more startup, Pure Me Organics. They will share their experience. Welcome to the session, ma'am.
Thank you. So, shall I share the screen?
Yes, yes.
So, I hope my screen is visible.
Yes.
Okay. So, good morning. I'm Dr. Sharmili Mane, founder and CEO of Pure Me Organics Private Limited. Sorry for the delay. Actually, I'm traveling for my work. But yesterday, Sarvanan sir told me I have to share my experience of startup and also learning experience with Manage. So I am like sharing my experience. So I'm really sorry for the delay. And if I'm not able to pick the call. So basically, I'll start first with my brief introduction. I am founder and CEO at Pure Me Organics Private Limited. It's a startup founded by a mother and daughter. That's me and my mother in 2021. And we are located in Kolhapur. That's a place in Maharashtra, near Karnataka, Maharashtra border. And I have done my PhD in chemical engineering from Curtin University, Australia. My master's from UD-City, Mumbai. After PhD, like in 2017, I came back to India, to my hometown, that's Kolhapur. So that was the time when Kolhapur, major rural cottage industry, that's a Jaggery is the major rural cottage industry of Kolhapur. That industry was facing some problems, I mean farmers. So my startup, Pure Me Organics, is basically working on creating a sustainable ecosystem for the farmers, Jaggery farmers and customers. I hope my voice is clear, ma'am.
Yes, yes. It's completely audible.
Hello. Okay. So
Yes,
I can
yes,
go
it
ahead,
was.
right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So in my PhD days also, I worked with farmers from Australia. I worked on the major rotation crop, that's a lupin seed, which is tur dal specifically from Western Australia. And I worked on designing a purification and isolation system for protein from that lupin seed. And the same experience I'm using here for my startup. So go ahead. Sorry. So like I told, Jaggery is basically GI tag product of Kolhapur since 2014 for its attractive white and golden color and distinctive sweetness and aroma, because Kolhapur is blessed with river basins that have abundant soils, which is making sugarcane to produce such sweet jaggery. So this is our GI tag product since 2014. Almost 75,000 farmers and their families are dependent on this jaggery business for their livelihood. So when I came back after PhD, like I mentioned earlier, Kolhapur Jaggery is the major rural cottage industry. It ranks first in qualitative terms and second in quantitative terms. It's the Jaggery capital of India. It's a GI tag product, and recently in 2021, by Ministry of Food Processing, it's declared as one district, one product. And as I said, more than 75,000 farmers and their families are dependent on this Jaggery business for their livelihood. So when I came back after PhD, this jaggery industry, like a major cottage industry, was shutting down. More than 60% of jaggery units were shut down because they did not have improved technology for jaggery production. They did not have quality products, and adulterations were going on to meet the market demand. And that's why farmers were getting inconsistent market rate. So we worked with these farmers through our research center. We have one NGO as well, which is working for the farmers' welfare. And we worked with this research center for 1.5 years. And we understood that if we provide solution by giving them improvised and standardized technology for jaggery production, then improved quality of jaggery, if we standardize the process and give it to farmers, then we will get the improved quality of jaggery. Because in recent years, FSSAI is being very strict with jaggery production as well. So we are making the process to meet FSSAI demands, so that we will have the quality jaggery products. And at the same time, whatever jaggery products are available into market, they are traditional products which consumers are not that ready to use those products. So we are bringing some innovative line in jaggery products. So in that form, we are giving solutions. So for the same, to begin with our startup, we did some forward and backward analysis. Like I said, I hope everyone knows what jaggery is. So jaggery is basically a form of sugar from sugarcane, which is rich in micronutrients. Like if you see the comparison table, so jaggery, it has almost similar calories, but it is loaded with bundle of micronutrients like calcium, iron is there, phosphorus, magnesium is there, which is required to build your immunity, to your bone health. Whereas a white sugar, the refined sugar, which we call, it is just empty calories. So it is always a preferred source when you want to have a healthy lifestyle. So when we did our backward and forward survey, like to understand what consumer wants and to understand what farmer is exactly facing, we interacted with almost 2,000 consumers from our nearby areas, and we got to know that even consumer wants to use jaggery in their daily diet, especially after COVID, when there was a buzz of immunity. Jaggery is famous for increasing your immunity, to building your immunity. So in that period, consumers wanted jaggery in their daily diet, but the easily available options of jaggery products in smart packaging, which consumers can use anywhere, were not available. For example, you can see here, consumers are already aware of jaggery since our traditional ages. We have accepted jaggery in our daily diet, but what was lacking was availability of easily consumable jaggery products at affordable cost. Like you see, sugar products are available in any form, like sugar syrup is there, then sugar sachet are there, sugar cubes are there, then sugar powder in different sizes are there. But jaggery, you can see only the traditional block size of 1 kilo, 5 kilo, 10 kilo. And these days, people are working in powder. At the same time, we interacted with farmers, which is our cottage industry, and we understood their pain point. Like I said, we interacted with almost 120 farmers from 10 different villages of Kolhapur district. And we got to know that product innovation in jaggery was not there. Packaging innovation, which will excite the consumers, was not there. Process standardization was not there. It is a cottage industry. So addition of other things, or the process at which parameters it is carried out, all those things are as per the person who is running that jaggery unit. So we standardize that process. Okay, this is to be adjusted at this pH, this is to be adjusted at this temperature. And we also focused on production as per FSSAI, like I said. So we will get quality jaggery products in market. So all these things were not there. And that's why supply to meet this demand was hampering. So basically, PureMe is working in collaboration with these rural farmers, the farmers from Kolhapur district, to meet, to excite the consumers' demand. So we are working with farmers to address these 4 Ps, which I say, to excite the consumers. So this is about us. PureMe is basically made in India research brand of jaggery products. I would focus more on research brand, because whatever brands are available in market these days regarding jaggery, those are commodity brands. I mean, they are not specifically working in jaggery. They are working in other commodity products, and jaggery is one of their products, which they are sourcing from someone else. So basically they are trading the product. But we are basically research brand of Jaggery. Our mission is to be a multinational brand in Jaggery-based product line through innovative forms of the purest and most natural products that become a part of daily diet of the generations to come. And our vision is to achieve our mission through perpetual R&D, ever-evolving technology, and empowerment of local farmers in order to make Kolhapur Jaggery sustainable, easily obtainable, storable, and usable through its smart variants. So these are USPs of our brand. We are providing a unique range of healthy products. All our products are natural. All our products are easy to use products. We are producing this product in association with the farmers. They are rich in micronutrients. We are working with farmers through our NGO. So we have consistent supply of raw material. All our products are instant source of energy, and we are also working for right pricing to the customer. So basically, when we talk, like I said, there are many brands working in Jaggery. But why Pure Me Jaggery? Why our Jaggery? So we are giving GI tag Jaggery. So whoever farmers we are working, we have provided GI certification to their product. Then we are studied and research brand of Jaggery. All our products, like in spite of weathering conditions, like it's raining heavily, its temperature is rising up. Like in this summer only, temperature has reached almost to 38-40 degrees Celsius in Kolhapur, but our Jaggery was not affected by any weathering conditions. We are giving extended shelf life up to 14 months, which is required by the consumer. Then as we are working to meet FSSAI parameters, we have assured quality and hygiene. Smart packaging technologies we are giving for all our products, so consumer can use these products anywhere. They can carry it in their bags and they can store it anywhere. And all our products are consumer friendly. So this is the range of the products which are available in market, our products which is available in market. So if we see, we would like to divide this product in 3 categories. First category is innovation in terms of production technology, like the product with which we are, the technology with which we are producing the product. Let's say Jaggery powder, whether it is Jaggery cubes or Jaggery block. We are extracting that Jaggery from best quality preserved sugar canes from Kolhapur. These products are GI tagged, and we have developed a technology with which we can produce a free flowing powder, due to which it has extended shelf life. So these 2 products are our production technology products. Then these are the products with smart packaging. Like whenever you go to any restaurant or any cafe, you see brown sugar, white sugar in sachet form, but no restaurant is providing you Jaggery in sachet form. Basically, after COVID period, people are shifted towards using Jaggery. So we are giving Jaggery powder in 5-gram sachet form, which you can carry it anywhere. You can add it in your drink, your dessert, your beverages, and use it anywhere. Then this is a small pack size, like 3-gram Jaggery cubes we are giving. So to satisfy your sweet cravings after lunch or dinner, you can use these small cubes. And this is the product which no one has worked on it. You might have heard about liquid Jaggery. In Maharashtra and Gujarat, it is used very often, like in this period when Jaggery has been produced, like from October to January. They have it with chapati, with roti, or they add it in water. So liquid Jaggery, which is equivalent to maple syrup or honey, we are bringing that in sachet form, which is completely mess-free, smart packaging. And this is like products in terms of nutrition addition. Jaggery is already loaded with micronutrients, but we are combining with some natural additives to make that product to add its value. For example, Jaggery is rich in iron and calcium. So during your workout or post-workout, along with protein, you need iron and calcium also. To substitute that source of protein, we are adding peanuts, and for iron and calcium, we are adding Jaggery. So it gives you a good source post-workout meal. So these are our products in terms of nutritional additions. Then also, we are not restricting ourselves only to Kolhapur Jaggery farmers. We are also sourcing Jaggery from coconut Jaggery, specifically from Tamil Nadu Karnataka border. So this is one of our products. This is the upcoming range of product which we are developing. Like I said, liquid Jaggery twigs will be in market this Diwali. Then along with normal Jaggery, we are also we have worked on flavored and fruit Jaggery, where you will have guava Jaggery, then orange jaggery, tamarind jaggery, then sorghum jaggery, palm jaggery, jaggery tea premixes, coffee premixes, protein bars we have worked on. Also, we are working on bottled sugarcane juice, which will be stable for 1 year, and flavored sugarcane sticks, fortified liquid jaggery drops. So this is our current status. We have up and running processing and packaging plants, 10 SKUs we have developed. Our monthly capacity is almost 7 tons per month. Social media marketing, only WhatsApp we are doing, and we are developing our e-commerce and presence on online marketplaces. And our milestones are, we are glad that when we were developing products, I got to meet managed CIA team. So Sarvanan sir, Amit sir, Yuvraj sir, and their entire team has guided me in developing my products, in like how to market analyze the product, how to do survey, then how to develop the product, and how to go for funding. So basically, to develop my product, the first initial grant was given by Manage to develop my product. So 2021, we received one of the grants with Manage under RKVY. And after 2 years again, when we achieved certain milestones, when we reached that level and our revenue was increased, we again got funding from Manage. So Manage is like, you can say, is always there to support us in this program, in this startup journey. Yes. And our business model, like I said, we are targeting health conscious consumers aged between 25 to 50. This is data we carried out after Google survey. Then, like I said, we have competitors, but what drives us from market is we are research brand, consumer friendly packaging, innovative packaging line, and smart packaging. This is our go-to market strategy. Like the highlighted, we are planning this year, and distribution network, organized retail, social media marketing, and gifting, we are already present. This is what the picture about field trials and product tasting. We are present in almost 15 cities all over India in retail stores. We also participate in exhibitions in India, outside India, to test our product, to know if consumer is really liking the product, to get some feedback, like if consumer is telling us some good points which we can add in our product before we have developed the product. So for that, we participate in exhibitions. And like whenever we give product to consumer, like through retail, through our WhatsApp group, we do this small survey where we get to know like if consumer is really liking our product, and we continuously do R&D to meet consumers' demand. This is our revenue model. Now, when we say we have a business model, it is a sustainable business model, because there is a non-profit organization and PureMe is working in collaboration. I am the common link, I am director to that NGO. So basically, we have a group of farmer producer organization formation in process. So raw material procurement and value addition to raw material, we get it done from the farmers through our research center. And then it is procured at PureMe Organics, where we are using our advanced technology, let's say for producing powder, for producing different products. And then it is packed in innovative forms at our facility, and then it is sent for sales and distribution. Now, I call our business model as sustainable because we are empowering our farmers not only in technical terms through our research center, but also in financial aspect, as we are sharing our net profit with the associated farmers. Then this is the small side of farmers' benefit. Like when I say technical empowerment, we are giving trainings and workshop to sugarcane farmers. We are also helping them with license and government schemes, getting those schemes to the farmers, and technical guidance for farmers in jaggery production. And financial empowerment, this is the calculation. But along with the MRP to the traditional product, we are giving almost 5 lakh per year to individual farmer when we are procuring that product. This is PureMe gifting segment. Like these days, gifting means chocolates or mithais, but we are giving healthy gifting options. So almost we have met in last year almost 1,000 clients where we have served as a gifting partner to them. Yes, so summary is we have a huge opportunity, innovative product line, and we have a compatible team. The sustainable impact of our startup is we have a social impact, as we are also working on dry land agriculture, and farmers empowerment. Economic impact, like we are also working on sorghum jaggery, which can be a low investment cash crop in less time. Health impact, we are giving healthy sweetener with essential nutrients. Then environmental impact, we are working towards reduction in carbon and water footprints. These are the awards and recognitions which we have got. These are some articles covered. This is our team. And yes, we are supported by Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare because we are working on one district, one product of Kolhapur, that is jaggery. Then Ministry of Agriculture and Welfare through Manage under RKVY. We are registered startup, MSME registered, then MSINS registered. And yes, we have a big contribution by Manage team. Like whenever we are in some, like we are stuck somewhere, or we don't know like how to go for the funding or how to approach certain people, then Manage is always there to help us. So yes, thank you. So if you have any doubt or if you want to ask anything regarding our startup, and if I have the answers, definitely I will answer. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for sharing your experience, Dr. Shamili Mani.
Thank you.
Any questions? You can raise your hand and you can also put it in the chat box. What is your marketing strategy?
Yeah, so our marketing strategy is we have distribution network. So we have identified distributors and our sales team is there. So initially, I mean, this time also, like I go to basically marketing through our LinkedIn connects, but I have a sales team who is doing marketing. I mean, who contact distributors, and then distributors, through distributors, we are reaching retail. But this year we have worked on modern trade, like reaching to modern trade chains of retail outlets like Star Bazaar is there, DMart is there. So where distributors are not there, I am reaching there directly. So this is our marketing strategy basically. Like percentage you need to offer to distributors, retailers, and then it goes to consumers.
Okay, what support you get through IMB?
IMB, basically I was there for one of the programs. So when I was working on product development, how can I make my brand like consumer centric? So for building a consumer brand, I was there at IMB for 6 to 8 online sessions there. And yes.
Your voice is breaking in between.
Consumer brand program. Consumer brand program for IIM Bangalore.
Okay.
To make my brand consumer centric.
Okay. Oh, what is your target, madam, market, and how you differentiate from others? Because jaggery, how your jaggery is different from others?
Yeah, that's what I shared in my slide. If I can go back to my slides or the presentation, you can share it to I mean, whoever
No, how
participants are.
you
So basically, we are
marketing. Yes,
sorry.
please continue.
Sorry,
Yes,
can you please repeat the question?
Means you have showed your jaggery is different from how you follow the different marketing strategy, how you find the target market and
yes. So basically for finding a target market, like I said, we participate in lot of exhibitions and lot of networking events where we can directly connect to the consumer. Then basically when you're going through distributor and through retail market, you cannot directly reach to consumers. So for that only we have our group like Instagram, WhatsApp group where every day we are posting something about our product, and there we are connecting directly with the consumer. So until and unless you connect with the consumer, you cannot differentiate your product from the market. And trust me, like when I started directly connecting with the consumer, then only my sale was increased and I was able to convey whatever the product differentiation points are to the consumer. So whenever we develop the product, we have a body of like stakeholders, and consumer is one of our stakeholders. So whoever is purchasing every month from us, like 5 customers, I have taken them on board, and whenever we are developing the product, we take their suggestions, we take their advices, and then only we develop the product. So this is our strategy with which, so it's like from you can say mouth marketing, like from person to person we are reaching to people. And just to have our visibility, we are there in retail markets, but we are developing a consumer relationship.
Okay, well, Mr. Shivam is asking, please share your experience from product development to customer acquisition.
Yes, almost we have spent 1 year from product development to customer acquisition, and my biggest mistake, I mean, if you can learn, I won't say mistake, it's an experience learning, but before the product was there into my hand, I had my sales team who is there into market. But what I say, until and unless you go to market, you talk to consumer, no one is going to believe your product. So promotional activities, like I say, exhibition activities is the best way to reach the consumers. When I developed the product, I was there sitting in the lab developing the product, and my team was there on ground. But when I actually went on a ground and interacted with the consumer, that time actual customer acquisition started. So if you are in the product development stage, you need one partner in your team who will actually go on ground and connect with the consumer. So as early as like possible, you connect with the consumers in your product development stage, it will take you on good sales number. Like if you say my product will talk, or let me just develop the product and rest the team will do the marketing and everything, this is not going to happen. You have to be actually on the ground. So it took me 1.5 years to acquire the customer till I was paying the salaries. But it's really important, you need to connect with the consumer right from the day one. Like before, even before you think of establishing a startup, you need to have that customer connect. Yeah, I hope I have answered the question.
One, Ms. Shriya Karyappa is asking, could you share some examples of exhibitions to connect with customers?
Yeah, so basically there are a lot of exhibitions. Like if you are in the food sector, the latest exhibition coming up is in 28th August to 30th August. It's Anu Food Festival. It's the biggest food festival in, I would say, Asian countries. Last year also it was in India, and this year also it is in India. It is in Mumbai. You can search Anuga. So you need to keep searching exhibitions, keep subscribing them, so they will send you notifications like whenever exhibition is happening. And you can be visitor to that exhibition. You don't actually need to participate. And there, like, you can see like what are your competitors, what are they doing, and which customer class is going to their stalls, and you can do such activities in next year. So you need to keep a track on whatever exhibitions are there in your field, whether it is happening in your city, in your town, or whether it is happening in other states. You need to go with your expenses and just be visitor to those stalls in initial days, and later when you have actually developed the product, you can go for exhibiting in that exhibition.
And Mr. Ganesh is asked about price of products, which seems to be higher in compared to the other competition. Can you share your thoughts on how you could pitch to the customers? You have any B2B too? And is educating customer with GI and other aspects is challenging? How are you addressing it?
Yes, sir. So if you compare our product with the normal Jaggery product available into market, our prices are higher to available Jaggery products. But when customer want the quality, we are not, you can say, more sales driven startup. We are quality driven startup. So whenever consumer is, that's why I said target customer is health conscious customer. So there is a group of people who is looking for reading the labels on the products, and these days FSSAI has made it mandatory to read the labels on the product. So we are behind that customer group who is reading the label, who is looking for certifications, who is looking for organic certifications, let's say from originality. For example, if I go into market for buying kesher, I look for if it is procured from Kashmir or if it is packed in their facility. So such kind of customer I am looking for. We are not targeting the normal customer. We are not saying ourselves promoting as we are sugar replacement. No, if you are health conscious customer, then only we are targeting that customer as of now. And what was the GI? And yes, educating customers with GI and other aspects is challenging, and that's why we face-to-face connection with customers is required. So every day, every alternate day, we release our video in our WhatsApp group, teaching or like how to use our Jaggery, how our Jaggery is different from our product. Then we have done free sampling also through one of the startup, so that our products will reach to any group of people, and then we were getting feedback to reach our target customer. So customer acquisition is really challenging, and until and unless you don't educate your customer, you are not going to acquire that customer. So this is the biggest challenge, like educating the customer regarding your product and your technology.
And how means one person is asking the sugarcane which you use it raw material, is it produced with chemical, or you do produce with organically, like that is asking.
We are producing sugarcane which is cultivated. It is natural production. We are not using any chemicals into it also while producing Jaggery, because I'm connected only to 10 such Jaggery units where I have a control. My quality team is continuously there. So whenever production is going on, and also during sugarcane cultivation and harvesting of sugarcane. So we are not using any chemicals into it. And we have a process for organic certification. Hopefully next year, we will be completing 3rd year. So that time we will receive organic certification of our products.
And one person is asking, how do you compete with large sugar producing sugar factories for procuring sugarcane?
So basically, Kolhapur, I have not reached to that level competing with sugar factories, but Kolhapur is a Jaggery hub, and still there are people who are producing Jaggery. So if you are like your repayment terms to sugarcanes are similar to you're competing with the sugar industries, then I don't think so farmers will have a problem. If you're going to their farm and harvesting sugarcane on your own and giving them payment instead of installments, if you're giving one-time payment, they won't have a problem. And that's why we are in a process of farmer producer organization where all the farmers will give sugarcane for Jaggery production. And in Kolhapur, that won't be a problem because it's a Jaggery hub. Yeah, any question?
And how long did the product development take, and any key partners or stakeholders in the process?
Sorry, ma'am, how did you?
And how long it will take for the product development, and do you have any partners in developing your product, or you solely produce your product?
No, we have only farmers as our partners where raw material is being produced, and we are sourcing that raw material from farmers. But we do not have any partners who are like involved into it. But trust me, like if you have a like multiple product portfolio, then you can go for the facility where similar kind of product is being produced, and you can sign a contract between you and that facility. Like this is your product and you are getting it produced in their facility, and then you can brand it under your name. Then that also works, because being a startup, you cannot go for such a huge investments in machinery and packaging. So if you have some product into your mind, and if you want to see if customers will like that product, if customers will go ahead with that product, if you want to taste that, then you can go for the facility where the similar kind of product is being produced. For example, peanut butter is not produced in our facility. We are giving our peanuts and Jaggery and other required ingredients to the factory somewhere else, and when we are getting it done from there under our name. But the procedure is our where we are signing a contract, like this procedure will not be enclosed to anyone. So similar kind of things you also can do. Instead of going for huge investments, you can initially try with your competitors. I mean, a few people are also they're doing white labelings. So you can try with them. In that case, cost of production will be more until unless you set that production plan in your facility. But in initial day, instead of going for like machinery and 1,000 units, you can simply go for getting like 100 from the facility, which is producing the similar thing.
And what is your procurement price?
Ma'am, just a minute. I have to take this call. Just give me 1 minute.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, sorry. Yes, ma'am. What was the question?
What is your procurement price?
That's my business model. I can't say it to
Yeah.
everyone. Yeah.
Ma'am, who do you think your competitors in the market in the same segment?
Who you think are so? Yeah, basically there's 24 organic mantra is there, urban platter is there. So these brands are, like I said in my slides also, these are commodity brands. I mean, they are not just dealing in jaggery, they are dealing with rice, they are dealing with jowar, I mean grains, then spices, and jaggery is one of their product. So we are basically a research brand who are basically working only in jaggery. We are like, whenever we design the packaging of jaggery, it's not like we take any packaging material and we do that. So as to preserve the jaggery for more than 14 months, we are working on packaging. Then what are the chemical properties of jaggery for which the packaging is required? So we are studying everything.
And what motivated you to think of this idea? What do you think you can sustain in a space where around 90% of the startup will fail?
Startup fail, yes. I mean, you need to find out, like, I mean, you need to sustain. Like in the first year, I also failed. I mean, I have made a loss, huge loss to my startup during the marketing strategy, but it was not like the end to our startup. We are now in the third year of a startup, and we have sustained ourselves with like some different marketing strategies. So even if you fail, it's not like startup curve is always like first it goes down and then it goes up, then it goes down. In the third year, you are achieving such few steady things. So you need to sustain. So you need to focus on what you want to do instead of like how much you are getting out of it, and then you will sustain into market. What motivated you to think of this idea? So basically, since my master's only, I was working with farmers, master's, PhD, and then after PhD, we have a agriculture school. So through that agriculture school, I was connected with the students, their parents, and then I got to know this problem. Every day I was reading newspaper where jaggery units were shutting down. So I thought, like, my specialization is into the same, like processing of agriculture raw material, PhD specialization. So the thought was like, why can't I use my knowledge to for the society? So for the same thing, I worked on this startup, and then I approached manage with the same thought, and then we built that idea, like how the model should be. So yeah, that's what motivated me.
If there are no questions, means can we go to the next session? Thank you, Dr. Sharmali Mani. Thank you for the presentation. And within short time, you accepted our invitation and share your experience.
Thank you so much. You can check my details on my LinkedIn. My LinkedIn, I will just share the name here, so you can connect me over LinkedIn. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. We have last presentation of this online training program on about University of Agriculture Sciences and the Agri Innovation Center of UASB and the commercial available technologies of UASB. By Dr. Veena S. Anil. She is a professor and professor of biochemistry in the Department of Biotechnology and the coordinator of Agri Innovation Center. Madam has completed her PhD in biochemistry from the Indian Institute of Sciences, Bangalore, and she started her career as a TIFR visiting fellow at National Center for Biological Sciences, Bangalore, and she was worked as a senior scientist in Monsanto Research Center, and she started her career as an associate professor in USB subcampus at Austin. And she is a professor at USP presently. And Madam has more than 15 years of experience in research and teaching and research. And she got some awards, many awards, like she is selected by DBT GOE to attend a joint DBT Cambridge workshop on female leadership in agriculture sciences. And she was awarded with Innovative Young Biotechnologies Award by DBT GOI. And she is also awarded Anil Kumar Bose Award by Indian National Science Academy, New Delhi. And she was also awarded INSA Medal for
no
Young
need for all
Scientist.
that.
Okay. Now we'll start the presentation.
Nandini. Thank you, Nandini, for the introduction. Okay, can you all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So my slides are visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, hello to everyone. I know you all had a very extensive, intensive program from the last 3 or 4 days. This is the 4th day, of course. And we will end with some information about the university as well as the Agri Innovation Center. Why I thought I will introduce the university is I feel many of the participants are from outside and have little knowledge of how an SAU or a state agriculture university functions. So I'll give a brief about the university, followed by the university's Agri Innovation Center. Okay, so this is our university that is in Bangalore. This university is, in the several districts. It operates in several districts around Bangalore. And it basically it was started in 1963 it deals with diverse subjects in agriculture and allied sectors. So the major focus of any SAU or a state agriculture university is threefold. One is teaching and research and extension. So there are directorates for each one of these. Okay. So major concept, of course, is teaching. We have UG programs, MSc, PG, as well as PhD programs. All around core agricultural subjects as well as related allied subjects. Then we have a whole directorate on research. So this basically focuses on applied research, which would help the farmer, okay, to enhance the production, to manage diseases, etc. So these are technologies that generally will be developed under the Directorate of Research. And then we have a third directorate called as the Directorate of Extension. This whole directorate is involved in extension or direct interaction with the farmers. All the technologies developed by the university that has to be actually introduced and then established at the farm level. And that activity is carried out by the Directorate of Extension. Our university has 6 colleges, 6 college campuses, and the main one being at GKVK, Bengaluru. And we have a main research center, MRS at Bangalore, also a zonal agriculture research station at Mandya. We have agriculture research stations, ARS, 10 of them. And all these ARS or research stations will come under the Directorate of Research. Then lastly, we have the Krishi Vignana Kendras, we have 7 of them. These these Krishi Vignana Kendras come under the Directorate of Extension. So they have they will be, these are small campuses that the university has across the districts and directly in contact with the farming community. So we have true inroads into the farming community. That's what I wish to say. And we have at the college campuses, we have 22 research departments with facilities and expertise in agriculture and allied fields. So this is, I'm just giving you a view of GKVK campus. Several regions of the campus are considered as biodiversity hotspots. It's very green, as you can see. And we have field experimental fields and various other requirements that are for agricultural science research. So these are some glimpses of some of the programs in the university. I, as Nandini already told, I am coordinating for the activities of the Agri Innovation Center of University of Agricultural Sciences, Bangalore. As you know, incubators are growth enablers for startups. And the motto that we work on is to nurture entrepreneurship and provide opportunities to change agri technologies into agri businesses. So, one sec. So just to give you a brief about how this center came about, I've just made this slide. So in 2016, the university has supported startups and agripreneurs from a very long time, not from 2016, but from the last 20 years. But however, it was not a formalized kind of system. So the thought that initial move to establish an Agri Innovation Center started in 2016 or around that period. And there were some senior professors who have pushed for this whole concept. And this was initiated in 2017, first with a collaboration with CCAMP. Following that, we started our own activities in 2018. There was a demand for agri graduates and others to use facility in the university to start up their own entrepreneurship and startup journeys, and therefore we started our own initiatives in 2018. We also, in the meanwhile, developed collaboration with other bio incubation centers such as the BBC, which is supported by the Karnataka government. Also, SID, that stands for Society of Innovation Development of IASC. And in the meanwhile, we got other projects. One project is from BIRAC, DBT, and this is the Bionest funding we got in 2021 to establish labs and facilities to enable startups to work at our center. So using these funds, we have created state-of-the-art facility at in one of our buildings at the GKVK Bangalore. And also the common incubation centers were also started. We were enabling that whole process in the sub-campuses from 2021. And also we are involved in distributing the Startup India Seed Fund from 2022. And of course, right now, the Agri Innovation Center works under the direction of the Vice Chancellor, Dr. S.V. Suresha sir. And the whole push is for social impact. So this is just to give you the same idea of the whole organization. Basically, the Agri Innovation Center USP, the managing committee is headed by our Honorable Vice Chancellor, and we have both collaborative activities between different entities such as the BBC, SID, CCAMP, and also others. We have forged relationship with the Coffee Board Incubator, with the NAVIC, etc. So we have these collaborative efforts, and also we have our initiatives under which the big one is the Bionest Bionest scheme. Bionest stands for Bio Incubators, Nurturing Entrepreneurship and for Scaling Technologies. So this fund was given by BIRAC, Government of India. And under this, we have our, incubation activities. So far we have, taken care of handheld 57 startups. And we also under this, we are the knowledge partners of the EUVA of Dharwad University. Okay, EUVA basically caters to student innovations, and we actually collaborate with them in their effort to do so. And we also are mentors in the Sitare Gayati Sitare Awards and other student innovations. Okay. So also I just mentioned about the common incubation centers, which is funded by the Ministry of Food Processing Industry, Government of India. This basically we have held. The Agri Innovation Center has facilitated the execution of this project, and this we have 5 centers like this in our sub campuses. And lastly, part of the Agri Innovation Center is actually a Section 8 company. We have named it as UASP AIC. So under this, we have got the Startup India Seed Fund Scheme. We are distributing debentures as well as grants to different startups across India. The novelty of the incubator is a knowledge cell as well as a biological material repository. I'll speak about it a little later. So the primary objective of the Innovation Center is nurture agricultural innovation and entrepreneurship, to serve as knowledge center, as the repository of biological material repository, and also foster cutting edge research, innovation or deep technologies in agriculture, and enable innovative research with commercializable potential in the agri sector. So who can incubate with us? We have innovative farmers can incubate if they wish, and people, agriculture, agri-tech, plant biotechnology startups, aspiring entrepreneurs in agriculture and allied sectors, any graduates who are willing to start agribusinesses. That includes our own graduates from UASB. Any graduates who are willing to start this, and ideation stage startups in agriculture and agri and allied state sector startups who are looking forward to develop their product and scale up in the business. So these are our potential people who can actually apply and incubate with us. So this is just a slide showing the different areas, the thematic areas that we are supporting. I'll just read a few of them. Food science and technology, organic production, AI and IoT in agriculture, that includes precision agriculture, etc. Secondary agriculture, biofertilizer, biopesticides, bioweedicides, bioenergy and biofuel, supply chain management in agriculture, plant tissue culture, plant breeding and seed production. We have several startups in that area. Aeroponics, hydroponics, etc. Okay, agriculture, important one. Another one is called nanotechnology in agriculture and agriculture implement and mechanization. So what the services we offer is, of course, infrastructure. As I already mentioned, the Bioness project has been very helpful for us in putting together infrastructure that's very much needed for innovation, as well as testing hypothesis by startups. And so that is one thing that we provide: infrastructure, technical mentors. Definitely the university is not in any dearth of technical mentors. So many of our professors are helping our startups in various areas of agriculture and allied areas. Capacity building, of course, the AAC has been continuously involved in training programs, workshops, not only to our startups, but programs such as this one across India. We have provided training programs also to the rural community. So we have been involved in going directly to some of our sub-campuses and training rural community in, about starting agripreneurship. We provide business mentorship, IPR facilitation, funding, and funding also to some of our startups. We have been able to give funding, but also we facilitate the funding from various sources. And of course, we help in the commercialization of technologies. And this is just to brief about the novelty of the Agri Innovation Center. One of them, as I mentioned, is a biological material repository. So this was one of the objectives under the BioNest project when we submitted it. And here we have said that we will create a repository, both virtual as well as physical, of important organisms and plant material that can be used by startups, academicians, students, etc. And this will be listed out in our website. So virtual repository, is a cataloging of different organisms that one could get from different institutes such as NBPGR, NBAIR, and various ICR institutes, etc. And this is available. You can go to our website and see the list. And also the link of how you can procure these organisms or plant material. And we have a physical repository at AIC where we have kept organisms required for plant biotechnology, material, trade donor lines, germplasms, etc. that is available in the university, genetic and plant breeding material, basically. NSP or seeds available from university release varieties. University Gene Bank is linked to our Agri Innovation Center, and through us, we facilitate the obtainment of any genetic material that one may want. Horticulture materials such as medicinal plants, aromatic plants, etc., and microbiology related organisms such as beneficial endophytes and other beneficial microbial strains, mushroom spawns, etc. The knowledge center is another aspect which is novel, and I will speak at the end of my talk about this. Basically, this is a repository of technologies that can be commercializable. So this is also available in our website, and I'll speak a little bit more about it towards the end of my talk. So I'm just giving you a glimpse of our incubation center. So this is the biological material repository. We have cold room facility, knowledge center where our core team operates from, and we have lab spaces for the startups. And also instrumentation facility, a tissue culture facility, shade net facility, and industrial shed with food processing facility, packaging units, etc., and a mist chamber. So these are some of the startups that are actually working with us. Of course, incubation for us means nurturing startups, providing facility, mentorship, training. In certain cases, also we are funding. And I've just, as I said, we have 57 startups, out of which several have now graduated. I've just categorized them in different ways. One is these are some startups that are in value chain. For example, Desi Foods, they have developed a range of millet products, and EcoCon green products. For these, we have also provided seed fund. They are doing scaling up of biodegradable tablewares. They are using sugarcane bagasse to make tablewares. Future Luminescence, they have developed value-added products from millets, and 41 Foods, they are doing baby cereals as well as some products for lactating mothers. And these are startups which have some clear innovations in them. For example, Dendrite Laboratories, they have developed the lamp loop, isothermal amplification micro device for detection of pathogens. And Buella has got 7 patents for the same. And you have various others like nanotechnology, and then low-cost tissue culture, and then battery-operated, implements in that help in farming. And various other things, so on and so forth. Acoustics is one more, which uses sound to enhance growth. So this is out-of-the-box thinking, where these are a group of engineering students. They started their startup when they were still studying their BE, and we have been supporting them. And their thought is they use sound to enhance growth of plants, okay, especially germination. So they have developed a machine for this, and now their prototype is done. They are testing it in the university and further upscaling. So various others novel thoughts are there. I will show you a glimpse of them later. And you have those startups that are in services. So they provide apps so that they can connect farmers to markets and things like that. And also this Agri-Ag Technologies is into precision agriculture. And we encourage a few established startups. And we had with us Basvaraj Giryanawar from Creagen. You might have heard of Creagen. It is a well-established company which deals with biofertilizers, biocontrol agents, etc. So they have incubated it with us for a long time. And Venugopal of Ryanent, they work on greener antimicrobial control of post-harvest pathogens of fruits and vegetables. So this is just a gist of the type of incubators or startups that we are supporting. I just want to tell that most of these are not agri graduates. We have a few who are agri graduates who have joined us as startups. But many of them are coming from different fields and specialization, especially engineers and other areas. So we are supporting all of them if they are dealing with agriculture and allied areas in our thematic, the list of thematic areas that I've already mentioned. So this is just Desi Viva Foods. These are the products that they have come up with, a range of products on millet, oats, palav, bisibele bath, pongal, upma, etc. And future luminescence, they have also developed millet value-added products in Kodo millet, Avalakki, Kodo millet flakes, etc. And this is 41 Food. She is specializing basically on baby food as well as lactating granules for women to increase milk production using millet-based products. And we have this Deshpande Innovations. They have actually, they are the winners of Onion Grand Challenge in 2022. And they have developed a dryer. First, they have developed this for onion, but this can be used for various other material for drying in a very economic manner. And you have EcoCon green products, which I just told you about. This is they using sugarcane bagasse, and they are making tableware from this. And they have also got a Startup India seed fund for this. And this is Dendrite Laboratories. Buella is, the patent holder of 7 different patents. And she has developed a very quick detection systems for plant pathogens. And so also this is Surya Nirbar. They have developed small, equipment, implements for farming, which is battery operated and small enough for men and women to handle this in the field. So she is also doing well. And we have Beagle Agritech, which was working on drone systems. And he has now, they have graduated from us. And so they are now being used by the Forest Department to track animal movement, including elephants and various things. They have also got VC funds to take their enterprise further. So this is Ecosite Technologies. She's also developed a soil testing kit. And this is interesting. She is not in Bangalore or in Karnataka. She's from Delhi, and she's one of our startups working through the Agri Innovation Center. And we have Agrima. So he's developed, recombinant protein production factories using plants as an expression system, and protein expression in roots and seedlings of monocots, etc. And Prudent Bio is another startup, and they are developing plant-based expression platform for tailored glycosylated antibody production of humanized antibodies. And we have Vihan Organics. He is now more interested in using low-cost bamboo greenhouses, which is low cost as compared to the traditional greenhouses. Involved in organic farming. And this is Premium Seeds. We have a couple of our startups who are entirely dealing with the seed production, breeding, etc. And Premium Seeds is specializing in chilies, okra, horticulture crops, and they have developed triple resistant, resistant to various diseases, hybrids. And we have Agriva. These are a group of scientists who have worked in IARI, in universities, etc., who have now come together, and they have started a company. They are all, most of them are breeders and biotechnologists, and they are working on developing different varieties and hybrids of various crops. And this is Agwin, which uses waste to wealth. This thing from that is mango waste. They are developing leather. So this is one more startup we have. And of course, I already mentioned about Creagen, that develops various products, which is biocontrol, biofertilizer, biostimulant, etc. They have incubated for a long time with the university and the Agri Innovation Center. This is Enkyo Farms, who deals with, he is one of our graduate. His team is our graduates basically, and they do organic farming and providing inputs for organic farming, facilitating organic farming. And I'm just showing you some of the events that have happened over the last 2 years. And this is Agri Innovation Impulse that happened last year. And basically we showcased all our incubators to the university faculty and students, as well as the press basically. So there was a lot of articles that came out on the Agri Innovation Center. The purpose of this whole program was to create awareness about our center. So these are some of the programs that we did over the last year. So we did a program with the bakery training, where many ladies and men, they came for how to start up a bakery or this kind of enterprise. That was the objective of that workshop. We conduct PG Science Week Student Innovation Startup Program in the university every year. Also, we conducted a Global Bio India Roadshow, which was also attended by a huge number of people, and we participate in various exhibitions. Of course, Krishi Mela is the university's exhibition, I should say. So this, and also we participated in the Global Bio at Delhi. We conducted various training programs in our rural sub-campuses. And digital innovation in agriculture was a part of the National Startup Day. That was also an interesting program that we conducted and also participated in different fairs. And this is the impact of the Agri Innovation Center. We have 11,000 square feet space for the incubation center. We have so far taken handheld 57 startups. The women startups are 8, startups graduated at 25, student innovation supported at 12. mentors onboarded 45, training programs, etc. 40. So those who participated, I think it's more than 7,000. We have not included the latest ones. Funding support to startups is 9. IP granted is 7, and funds raised by our startups is 8.83 crores. And employment generated through our startups is 400 plus. Technologies developed is 59, and commercialized ones is 46. So the impact of this effort by the university is creation of new and novel opportunities within the society, and stimulating innovation in the agriculture sector. So that's about some information about the Agri Innovation Center. Now I will slightly divert to some of the technologies available in the university for commercialization. So this, we have taken the information from the university's Directorate of Research, and the university, of course, is the scientists are involved in developing different hybrids and cultivars, etc. for this region. So we have paddy hybrids, high-yielding varieties, aerobic varieties, and biofortified varieties. There are 14 of them. And maize hybrids are there. We have ragi, interracial, high-yielding varieties, and high white ragi varieties for confectionery purposes. We have millet genotypes, so little millet, proso millet, foxtail millet, brown top millet, etc. Pulses, there are various types of pulses: red gram, cowpea, black gram, green gram, horse gram, etc., which are high-yielding dual-purpose varieties, vegetable and seed, etc. Oil seed, soya bean, sunflower, groundnut, Niger, sesame, etc. So these are all high-yielding varieties. And commercial crops such as sugarcane, so sugar-rich varieties for sugar and jaggery purpose, and horticulture crops, high-yielding tamarind and jamun variety, stevia. Stevia is used as alternate to sugar. So these are all the varieties that are available in the university that can be used commercialization. So, so also we have many value-added products the university has developed. For the first one here is milk powder. This is from donkey's milk. So one of my colleagues in the engineering department has developed this. I believe there's a lot of demand for donkey milk for various health purposes. So this is one of the products. And you are ready to cook various breakfast items based on maize, on millet, jackfruit value-added products, milkshakes, etc., moringa tea, chia seeds, complementary food. So we have products from millet, coconut, jackfruit, moringa, etc. And you can see some of the pictures here. So millet-based different products have been developed in the university, and these actually, once they are once it is accepted for commercialization, the university will fix a price for it for licensing out, and that you can, the Agri Innovation, if you contact the Agri Innovation Center, we will facilitate the licensing out of any of these products. So these are honey baked products. And there are a few scientists here who are working on jackfruit and jackfruit value-added products, and these are some of them, including ice creams, jams, etc., chips, muffins, etc. And of course, our engineering, we have an engineering college within the GKVK campus, and the various different implements that are used in agriculture as well as in post-harvest technologies have been developed by them, and these are available as technologies of the university. For example, dehullers, dryers, decorticators, de-seeders, harvesters, etc. Okay, so So this is, I'm just showing you some photos of value chain of primary processing of tamarind. So tamarind, of course, is the huge processes involved in removes de-seeding and fibering, etc. So these instruments have been developed by the university for de-hulling and de-seeding, etc., which are available for commercialization. This is to further process it for pulp production, that is tamarind pulp production. And I'm ending with some patents that are available of the university. It ranges from various, I mean, it could be farm mechanization for, detection of disease, etc., and various other products. So improved method of producing plant-based rabies virus. This is a vaccine. That is also one of the first 2008, but later other different kinds of patents are also available in the university. So having spoken about the, the technologies of the university, it's very difficult to enumerate all of them in this talk. But however, I thought I will just introduce the Bionist Knowledge Center. So the Knowledge Center's basic, the objective is to curate technologies from agriculture, farm or catalog technologies from farm university, data mining for from the research source. And that is, we are our team members are mining the data, and whichever is commercializable. See, scientists may publish a research article, but we are looking at it from a different angle of whether that technology or that science that they are reporting can be used for product development and commercialization. So we are curating and cataloging these technologies. This is available in our website, ICR Institute Commercializable Technologies. I just spoke about the UASB's technology, but if you go to the Knowledge Center website, or AIC website, you will find details about commercializable technologies of all the ICR institutes of India. Okay, with the link of how to get in touch with them. So that is a basic function of the Knowledge Center. So basically, as I said, data mining, extraction and integration of technologies, cataloging of technologies. You have USB technologies, which I just spoke to you about, source from the Directorate of Research, technologies from other ICR institutes, including the SAUs or the State Agriculture Institutes, and marketing support, national-wide access to this database via Agri Innovation Center website. Also, a new thing that we are starting is farming problems. Okay, so different districts of India will have different problems in agriculture. So it many a times, as I said, our startups are not from agriculture specialization, and they will not really know what are the problems faced by the farmer or at the farming community or at agriculture to take such, to think differently. So it is necessary to actually catalog the farming problems also, and we have taken that up, and not only from our region or our jurisdiction of UASP, but also from others. So this work is under progress. We have also cataloged the different FPOs across India, which may also be helpful for entrepreneurs and academicians and various other group of stakeholders for this. And the thing and the topics that we are covering are crop improvement, biofertilizer, biopesticide, biofuel, bioenergy, plant breeding, tissue culture, value addition, agriculture implements and nanotechnology and secondary metabolites and its application. So these are the areas we are looking at technologies. So this is basically, it shows the, one second. So it's basically, if you go to our website, under resources and facilities, you have the knowledge cell, and there you can click on technologies from USB. It will show you different areas, crop-based technology, food-based technology, etc., marketing and digital farming. So you can go to each one of these and see the technologies listed out with some brief information about them. So next is promising technologies based on data mining. So this, as I said, is from different papers, research papers, etc. And that also we are looking at different areas, and these are listed out. And lastly, technologies from other institutes. So that also we have given the institute also a link to the institute. You can come through us, but you can directly contact these organizations if you wish to license out some of these technologies. Okay, and this is just brief. Again, USP Technology 108 have been curated, data mining technologies commercializer 170, and ICR Institute Technologies also a large number has been catalogued there. So this is our team. Nandini has been, taking care of the program over the last 2 days. You have interacted with her. She is the CEO of the Bionest Agri Innovation Center. Ms. Priyanka, she is the operations manager, and Lakshmi Shah, he is a technical officer who is taking care of the knowledge center. And you can contact us over this email for anything. And thank you very much. Nandini, over to you.
Thank you for the presentation, ma'am.
Okay.
Any questions? Ma'am, Miss Ghana has asked how to enroll for ourselves for the center. Miss Ghana, are you talking about the incubation facility? I'll unmute you. You can talk on that.
Yes. Good noon, ma'am. So I wanted to know about the incubation facility there at US
Incubation
Bangalore.
facility, as I already told you, we are
Hmm.
supporting incubators at various stages, okay? But since
Okay.
we have labs and other facility, especially the level of, innovation and testing hypothesis, we have several startups, and also at later stages, okay? But you can, apply to us. You can go to our website, and the application form is there, online application form.
Okay.
So you need to apply and send it to our, email, and then we will process it. When we get 3 to 4 applications, we will call our executive committee comprising of some key officers of the university, and we will select. We will see what you would require from us, and how would our center also benefit from the type of startup that you are. Okay, it should definitely be agriculture or related allied field. Okay, so that is one of our conditions. Yeah, so there will be a selection, and the MOU will be signed, and you can incubate with us usually for 3 years. Okay, and also we have 3 types of incubation program, and one is the in-house incubation where you need lab facility and things like that. There will be some startups who don't want lab facility. They just want a sitting space, and they are developing apps and things like that. For that also we have opportunity. And also there is externally registered incubator where you just need sometimes to come and speak to a mentor, or sometimes you want to use some facility. So that is another type. And of course we have for students also, and that will be highly subsidized actually. So we encourage students to join in their innovation area. Yeah, so these
students,
are the
students of US Bangalore or
mostly US Bangalore. Okay, but if there are students from outside, we have not yet actually taken any students from outside. Usually they are we are within the campus, right? College campus.
Yes.
And for them it is easy to come and work in our facility and all that. But for outside, we can think about it. If there is some, deserving student team, we can think of helping out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So should we present our plan while submitting the form or how is
No,
it, ma'am?
you just have to submit your form, and later our team, Nandini,
Okay.
Priyanka, and Lakshmisha, and others in the team, they will tell you how the presentation has to be made. We have a format. Okay. So you'll have
Okay.
to get your, presentation and a project. You should have a project focused one. You can't talk,
Got it.
present a large area which you may not be able to do. So it should be a focused project and with the objectives and your business plan and what what do you need from the university and the Agri Innovation Center. These are the things that we have asked there. So you will have to prepare a presentation as per the format. And whenever we call you, either online or offline, you can come and present in front of the executive committee. Okay. So then that's the process. And also one more thing I want to add
Got
is, Ghana, one more thing I want to add is some of our incubators are awardees of different schemes, such as the big scheme of BIRAC, okay, and others, okay, of government of Karnataka and all that. For the big scheme, you can actually, apply for that scheme through you can get a, letter of intent from us. That means you can incubate with us. Okay. So when you apply only, you should first take a letter of intent and you have to select the Agri Innovation Center as your incubator when you're applying.
Okay. Got it.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you so much for the insightful session, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ma'am, Mr. Kiran is asking any support for PhD research scholars for their research work in the innovative research in agribusiness.
See, right now, no. We are giving about 25,000 for innovation. I mean, we have a competition within the university for our students, and the winners of these innovative startup idea will get around 25,000 to just, check out their innovation or to do a prototype type, develop a prototype. That's all we are doing right now. So every year through the Bioness scheme, we are giving around 1 lakh, okay, to 4 teams. That's what we are doing. But in future, we are planning to encourage students, both PhD as well as MSc level research. But at the moment, it is for the university student and probably for the SAUs. Okay, we have not thought of other universities as yet. But there is an thought process going on for this kind of thing to happen. But still, since it is still at the initial stages, we can think of other universities also. Who is this asking the question?
Mr. Kiran Kotyal, I think.
So that is where right now we are not, but we have plans of doing this. Helping student innovations who are doing their PhDs and their MSc research.
And also for a postdoctoral fellows, they'll get one-time research grant of rupees 5 lakhs through BIRAC EUA schemes. And they'll also get monthly fellowships for their postdocs.
Yeah. So what Nandini mentioned, so I just spoke about the Agri Innovation Center, but Government of India has got this, the program called as EUA, and through which a PhD student, or not a PhD student, a person who has completed PhD and a postdoc, a person who is doing his postdoc can get the amount that Nandini just mentioned. Yeah.
Any more questions? You can also raise your hand, I'll unmute. Hemang Baxi?
Yes, madam. Good morning. Very good
morning.
presentation, madam, and very nice coverage. Now, being a seed breeding company and just entered into the breeding, But my
Okay.
point is that, madam, the varieties which IIHR and IARI that they are delivering for the startup, that cost is really very high. I say one example of the basmati I applied with the ZTM BPD,
Okay.
3 lakhs rupees for 8 kg of seed, right? And that too only the
Okay.
breeder seed. IIHR, I applied for the tomato or Rakshak. So more my point is the fees should be splitted in 3 years time or so, because when the startup is coming, if he has to pay the fee without knowing the ultimate output, whether the variety or hybrid is going to perform or not. And at the end of the 3 years, so many other competitors are already there. So for startup, if they can split up the fee and their royalty, subsequent royalty, that could be much better, because the ultimate aim is to promote a good hybrid to the farmers field to uplift the agriculture production of the country. And when you charge initially very high and without knowing the result, how a startup can venture? That's number one point. And number two, and again, the same hybrid or any technology, whether we get from JTM or any incubation center, that used to be in the in the second or third stage. I mean to say that some latest technology is already used to entered by some big private practice in the market, and when we go with our ICR and IHR technology or things, that's used to be obsolete or going out from the market. So the speed of the penetration of the new technology in the market is very much essential for ICR and IIHR and all this sort of institute. That's all. Thank you.
That is true. Regarding the amount, we can give that feedback to them and especially to our university. Okay. But it all depends on each of these institutes, so this feedback can be given to them.
Yeah, because it is, with
installments.
gradually, exactly, gradually they pay 30%, 33, 3 phase they make. Then it is easy for a startup, because then with first 33%, he can start to have some commercialization. He start to get some revenue. Then he put another 30%, and then a scale up. Again, he gives the 33%.
Yeah,
That's
sure. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. The amount, that is asked for licensing of most of the university products are it is at the lower level, okay? The seats may be a little higher, but we will talk to the university whether some exemption can be made to startups. Okay? Yeah.
Ma'am, one student is asking she is doing her BSc Agriculture, Botany and Chemistry. Can she eligible for MSc Agriculture? She is doing in a Central University, which comes under ICR.
I see if they have done agriculture BSc, that's a 4-year course, okay? Ours is a professional degree, right? Agriculture BSc. So if they have done a 4-year course, they become eligible to join the university. Agriculture they should have done. But at MSc level, they can join.
Through ICR SRF exams.
Yes. But to certain this thing like food science and things like that, I have seen people from other streams also joining microbiology for PhD level course here.
Any questions? If there are no questions, means we'll end this session. Thank you, Veena ma'am, for the presentation.
Thank you, Nandini.
I think one person has question, ma'am, Mr. Balasubramanian.
Yeah. Please.
Mr. Balasubramanian, you can unmute yourself. I think he's left the meeting now.
Okay, it's all right. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. I would like to call Miss Priyanka, Operational Manager for the concluding, deliver the valedictory program.
Good afternoon, everyone. Now we are at valedictory session of our 4 days training program on innovations in agriculture startups.
Priyanka, sir. Nani, welcome.
Yeah.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Good afternoon,
Priyanka.
everyone. Yeah, ma'am. I'm now we are at the valedictory session of our training program. Over these 4 days, we have covered a diverse array of topics related to startup ecosystem and entrepreneurship. Now, I'd like to request Dr. Veena S. Anil to deliver the welcome address.
Good afternoon again. So we have come to the end of this 4-day exhaustive training program on innovations in agri startups. And the sessions have ranged from a wide range of topics which will be helpful to the participants, such as ideation, concept development, business model innovation, technology innovation, supply chain, fundraising. I'm just mentioning a few: IPR, copyright, etc. And I believe the program has been very successful, sir. Sir Basvegowda, sir, I'm just yeah, thank you for joining us, sir. So it has been an exhaustive training program over different topics, and Nandini will also talk, just report on the entire program later on. And I wholeheartedly congratulate the AIC team. Ms. Nandini, CEO, Ms. Priyanka, Operations Manager, Dr. Lakshmisha, who is a technical officer, and the entire team of Manage for joining with us in making this a very successful training program. And I hope it was useful to the participants. So I take this opportunity for this valedictory function, first of all, to welcome Dr. Basvegowda, sir, our Honorable Registrar of UAS Bangalore. He has graced this occasion in spite of his very busy schedule and also some personal engagement. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us. Welcome. I also welcome another guest from Manage, Mr. Yuvraj, a business manager from Manage, for joining us in this program. And also I welcome all the participants again and the teams, both Manage and as well as the AIC teams, to this function. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your warm welcome. Now I would request Dr. Basvegowda, sir. Now I would request Ms. Nandini, CEO, Bionest Agri Innovation Center, to give a brief report about the training program.
Thank you, Ms. Priyanka. I would like to give a brief report of 4 days online training program on innovation in agri startups.
Nandini.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you switch on your video, please? Yeah. Okay.
Now, innovations in agri startups and unlock the secrets to success in agri entrepreneurship. This is a 4 days training program we have organized in by Bionest Agri Innovation Center in collaboration with Manage Hyderabad. First day we had a session on introduction to agriculture startups by Dr. KP Sudhir, is a head of RK Vivai Raftar. And he has an overview about he has highlighted about the landscape of agriculture startups and role of innovation and entrepreneurship in transferring the agriculture sector, and also explained about the RK Vivai Raftar program. And then we had a session on identifying marketing opportunities in agriculture for startups by Dr. Radhika Meenakshi. She is the founder of Wisewood Private Limited, where she has discussed about the recognizing and capitalizing on market opportunities in agriculture, and also on the insights into the market research and consumer needs in agriculture sector. And we had a session on promoting agri startups experience from Manage, Mr. Amit Kale, manager from the Manage. He has shared his experience and strategies through Manage and its programs and fostering innovation. and promoting agriculture startups. Then we had a session on ideation and concept development by Dr. RVG Kulkarni. He is a founder of Bliss Infinite. He has highlighted about the techniques and framework for generating innovative ideas and developing concepts that addresses the challenges in agriculture. Then we had a session on business model innovation in agriculture by speaker is Dr. C.M. Patil. He is a CEO of the Krishi Kalpa Foundation. There he has explored about the innovative business models tailored for agriculture sector to enhance the sustainability and productivity. And we have a session on scale up and growth strategies for agriculture ventures by Mr. PVGK Murthy. He has explained about the strategies for scaling agriculture ventures, managing growth and expanding market reach. And we had session on supply chain optimization and logistic innovation by Dr. Jagdish Sunkar. He has overviewed about the innovation in supply chain management and logistics to improve efficiency and reduces costs in agriculture. And we have a session on exports about India Trade Portal, product country analysis and agriculture products by Ms. Meenu Danisha. She is the Deputy Director of Federation of India Export Organization, where she has given overview about the analysis of agriculture products on India Trade Portal and focusing on export opportunities and market dynamics. And we had a session on basic tenets of financial planning by Mr. Satish Chandra Chintamani, where he has highlighted about the fundamental principles of financial planning for agricultural startups to ensure financial health and sustainability. And we have session on different structures of business entity by Mr. Abhishek, is a company secretary, and he has highlighted about the various business structures, their advantages, disadvantages, and legal compliances for the business, regular business for agriculture startups. And we have session on funding opportunities for agriculture startups by Mr. Praveen. He has explained about the funding sources and opportunities available for agriculture startups through government schemes and through venture capitalist firms. And we have a session on art of pitching and fundraising by Mr. Vijay Mane. He has provided the techniques for effective pitching and fundraising to attract investors to secure funding. We also have a session on intellectual property rights by Dr. Mary. She has given basics of intellectual property rights and the process for securing patents, trademarks, and copyrights in agriculture sector. And we have session on technological innovation agriculture by Mr. Prabir Mishra. He is the founder of Sastra Capital, and he has provided insights into the technological advancement and innovations driving change in agriculture. And we have two startups from Manage where they have shared their experience, startup journey, challenges, success, and lessons learned in the agriculture sector. And we have last session on about USB and Agri Innovation Center and its facilities by Dr. Veena Asani. Then we have the key takeaways from this training program is understanding the fundamentals of starting and growing in agriculture startups, insights into the marketing opportunities, business model innovation and scaling strategies, and the knowledge of financing, planning, funding opportunities and legal compliances, emphasis on technological and logistic innovation, importance of intellectual property rights in agriculture. The last is the networking and learning from experiences of successful agri startups. Thank you.
Thank you, Nandini, for your brief report. Now I would like to invite Dr. Basvegowda sir, Registrar UASB, as a chief guest to address the gathering.
Namaste. Whether I am audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Namaste. Actually, for inviting me as the chief guest for this program, actually, first of all, congratulations to Dr. Veena, Professor and Coordinator, Bionest Agri Innovation Center, for completing this very useful program on startup in agriculture, and also Ms. Nandini and his team, actually they involving in the different also. And also I am very thankful to Manage Hyderabad selecting the USB as the knowledge partner for this program actually. This is one of the important program. Mostly from Manage, I thought Yuvraj is joining, I think mostly. Any other person?
Yes,
Yes,
sir. I'm here,
Mr.
sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you for selecting this USB for making this program.
Yes, it's our pleasure to always partner with
Thank
you.
you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
And the main focus already Dr. Veena and Nandini has told actually what is the program focus on the training program. First one is to develop the entrepreneurship in covering the skills in different areas actually. That is even including key aspect business planning, financial management and marketing and all they covered very nicely actually. And also to provide the insight into the legal and regulatory systems also. Then planning and then financing and also they covered, I think, mostly about 470. I heard that 478 participants were registered. This is the huge registration actually that shows actually what is the importance of the training program. Then topic covered already, Ms. Nandini has told in detail actually. One of my advice is actually for the participants actually you got very good training program actually. This you have to exploit and start the entrepreneurship and actually this will help you for a self-sustainable and also to provide the generate the employment in the society actually. Both the way it will be helpful actually. If any doubts in and clarification and support required, definitely USB and manage also with you all the trainees actually to make your program more successful actually. Then regarding any successful this one, mainly there are 4 S you normally we tell actually. One, you should have a skill in that one. Then scale of operation. Then where you're doing space or place where you're doing the entrepreneurship and system you are following. These are the different 4 S you have to follow for making the success of any entrepreneurship and also managing the men, material and money. This is more important. We have to learn how to manage the resources effectively and all actually. To quote some examples, recently we conducted both research and extension council of University of Agriculture at Bangalore actually. There are 2 farmers. One is BC Vasu from Ramnagara. He just 7th standard actually started organic millets and organic mango cultivation with own actually. Now his turnover is around 2 crores from supplying to the all mall. And one more is Ratnama from the Kolar district. He is also not much educated actually. She started all millets, organic product and all. Also, she is also so many people are there actually. First, you have to learn the people actually techniques and all, so that whatever the trainings we given actually, so it will be helpful for your life also and also to generate the employment. Definitely, I will once again congratulate all the team involved headed by the Dr. Veena and manage actually to completing this program and also assure all the trainees again once again. If any problem, this is not only giving the trainings and all. Our aim is to make you more successful entrepreneur actually. For that, definitely university and manage will help you in your future also to make a successful trainer also. I once again congratulate all the trainees for having this very good training program. Thank you once again. Thank you. All the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your encouraging words, sir. Now, I would like to invite Mr. Yuraj, Business Manager from Manage, to address the participants.
So good morning and good afternoon, everyone. It's great to see a huge number of participants. So I can see that the kind of topics covered it is really relevant and it will help the people who want to get into the sector. And the experience sharing by the startup would always encourage and motivate them. And it has given not only a knowledge but also the motivation for the startups to get, if somebody want to get into the agriculture sector as a startup. The opportunities are plenty. Government is supporting in many ways, including RKR of that scheme, which is exclusively for agri startups. So BIRAC also is supporting great innovations with a fund up to 50 lakhs. So I think the platform is set for everybody. It is all about the opportunity to grab. We would like to wholeheartedly thank University of Agricultural Sciences, Bangalore, to giving opportunity to partner with Manage and making it a one of the probably most successful collaborative programs so far in this year. We can see the dedication from the team at the putting in the efforts to have a to assemble great speakers for this program. We would extend an opportunity for manage. Anybody would like to be part of this system. We are having archive of their application open with us. You can apply with us the funding. We have 3 tracks this time. Every year we had only 2 tracks. This time we have opened up student track also. Any student with the innovation, they can apply. So would wish all the best for all the participants. Would anybody would like to get into entrepreneurship? Would once again wholeheartedly thank Basagoda sir, Dr. Veena, Nandini and her team as part of this program. Wish you all the best for the future. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your encouraging words. Now I would like to ask participants to give their feedback about this training program.
Any few participants can give 3 to 4 participants so that we have a time constraint. So 3 to 4 participants can share their feedback. You can unmute yourself and you can talk. Or else you can raise your hand.
Yeah, good morning and good afternoon to everyone.
Yes, sir, please continue.
Yeah, I am Bala Subramaniam from Chennai. We are an incubator of VI of Tanvas. This program is very useful. Even non-agri people also can enter into agri. So in such a way, the program has been scheduled very properly. Thanks to all. Everyone very much eager to enter into this program. Also, we wanted to join with you in long term. Thank you.
Any other participants?
Please share your experience.
Yeah, hello. My name is Tanishk and I'm a farmer. Actually, I was working with a corporate job and prior to lockdown second, I've moved to my farm and experimenting with certain exotic fruits and all. So this program was basically what we call in Marathi we call it Vagini Sadur in short. It is precious something precious knowledge or something. I was not aware of the export systems. I was not aware of the startups and the fundings and all various programs. So this was really an enlightening to whatever, and I hope I will implement this knowledge in my work and all.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, madam. This is Amitabh from Bhubaneswar. Hello.
Yeah, you are
Hello.
audible. Continue, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. This program is very nice. That's organized by your manage, and it's very useful for the all agri startups. Those who are really interested to make a good startup in India, I think this program will be very useful for them. Also, yesterday class was very nice. Those who are their discussion made about the various entities and the scopes available for the startups. So far this program is very good for us and it was very useful for us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Welcome.
I request all the participants to turn on your videos
so that we can take a group photo. And some of them have shared their feedback via chat. Thank you everyone for your feedback.
Thank you, everyone. So now I would request Dr. Lakshmish, Technical Officer, Agri Innovation Center, to present a vote of thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. Sorry. Good afternoon, everyone. Ma'am, I'm audible. Priyanka, madam.
Yes, Lakshmish.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the opportunity to deliver vote of thanks. Since 21st to 24th May 2024, 4 days online training program, that is innovation in agri startups, that unlock the secrets to success in agricultural entrepreneurship, jointly organized by the Agri Innovation Center, Bangalore Agri Innovation Center and Manage Hyderabad. So, dear participants, as we come to the close of this training program, I want to express my gratitude to our esteemed guest speakers, participants, and supporters. Firstly, I would like to extend my sincere thanks to our Register Sir, Dr. Basvegoda Sir, so for the participating in this validated program and addressing this training program. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I would like to express my sincere thanks to Dr. Yuvraj Sir, Manage Hyderabad, for participating in this validated program and addressing this training program. Thank you very much, sir. And Dr. Veena, madam, I would like to express my gratitude to Dr. Veena Sanil, ma'am, for participating in this validated program and addressing this training program. Thank you very much, ma'am. And also, I would like to express my gratitude to Dr. Madhu Prasad VL, Director of Extension, University of Agriculture, GKVK Bangalore, participating as a chief guest in the inaugural session and addressing this training program. Thank you very much, sir. And also, personally, sincere thanks to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. S.V. Suresh, sir, and Managed Director, Dr. P. Chandrasekhar, sir, for supporting in all ways for conducting 4 days online training program. Thank you very much, sir. I would like to express my gratitude thanks to program directors Dr. Veena S. Anil and Dr. Sarvan Raj for their immense guidance, resource and support provided for conducting their training program. Thank you very much, ma'am, and thank you very much, sir. And also, I want to express my gratitude to our esteemed speakers, Dr. K.P. Sudhir, Dr. Radhika Meenakshi, Dr. Sudharani, and RVG Kulkarni, Dr. C.M. Patil, and PVGK Murthy, Jagdish Sunakad, Miss Sunu Danisha, and Mr. Satish Chandra, and Mr. Abhishek, Mr. Praveen, Mr. Vijay Manu, and Mr. Prabir Mishra, and Dr. Veena ma'am, who have delivered insightful talks on innovation in agri startups. So last but not least, I would like to thanks our AIC team, Nandini and Priyanka and others, and managed team, Dr. Yura sir and Dr. Amit, Miss Ramani, for their hard work and support in organizing this training program. Finally, I would like to thanks to all our participants. Thanks for your active participation and enthusiasm. So we hope you found that this program informative and useful. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you, Lakshmish. And I wish you all the best in your future endeavor. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you all participants. The feedback form link will be shared via email and also in the WhatsApp group after communicating with the managed team. Thank you, everyone. Based on the attendance extract we got through Zoom, we will give the attendance e-certificates. Thank you, everyone. We'll end this session. All the best. All the best for your future.
Thank you all.
Thank you very much.